reflection begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you in me. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Welcome to Check Please, the D&D podcast.
Woo-hoo!
All right. So, last time, who wants to go over what happened?
I've already done it a bunch of times.
That's true. It's true.
Yep.
Can't expect to do it every time, so I'll put someone on the spot. Grem, what happened last time?
I frankly don't even remember.
Okay.
My business went under. I remember that.
All right.
part.
I think I got this.
Go ahead.
So feel free to chime in if you think something important is missed.
Of course.
So we woke up in Fort Grigoli.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was the place's name, right? Okay.
Yes.
We woke up in the bowels of Fort Grigoli. Got a message from Lovette to be outside. We all tried to leave. And Lovette came down. We went to one room, looked around, left. Then we went to the box that was in the courtyard of Fort Grigoli. And Lovette thought it'd be a good idea to use MacGuffinite and go into the fucking box. With Vera in the apiary
Very
on her
listening.
back.
I wouldn't say that she thought it was a good idea. It's just what she did.
It was still bad.
Those are often not in congruence with one another.
They
Mhm.
touched the
So-
box.
Yeah, and at that point, Lovette was drawn into the Megaspell and met a being that was inside.
And then, talking back and forth, Kurla tried messaging with Lovette. Lovette's thinking, I'm gonna be a martyr. Riz doesn't understand that this is happening and just smirks at Kurla, is like, watch this, bro! And calls down a fucking bolt of godly lightning onto the box, exploding it, revealing Lovette and this entity outside of the box.
And also dissipating the power that was originally in the divine artifacts that was stored in the box.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, we got them out. The entity in there appeared to be a Jinn. He called servitude to Riz because they got him out of there. Then we yeeted out of the Deadlands.
Did we eat out of the Deadlands?
He was trying to be helpful. You asked the wish was to assist you in getting the energy back in those artifacts. So he helped you along the way by taking you to the outside of the Deadlands because it was a terrible place. And that's when you found the barrier to the Deadlands is moving for the first time ever.
So then we saw Serwin, told him to leave. Kurla rudely drank some of his very expensive alcohol. We yeeted to the hive, got horseback. We reconvened, and then Kurla dumped a bunch of shit in the church for some fucking reason. I don't know.
You kind of missed the whole Kurla freaking out when Riz pulled down the lightning of the gods.
It's still rude.
Yes. I don't disagree
And-
with that.
We got in the cart, started heading on our way to Holy City, stopped at Wittingen, found out Lovette's business tanks, and then we started to leave, but we are still there because Petravian decided to talk to the Jinn, and after having a conversation, the Jinn asked if he was helpful, and Petravian, for some odd reason, said yes, and then the Jinn left, unbeknownst to Riz. And we find our travelers now here, starting in Wittingen, on our way to the Holy City.
Alrighty. So, anything you guys want to do in Wittingen before you head out?
Also, everybody who wasn't part of the party beforehand sees the statues of the original... What were we called? The Great Protectors or whatever?
I don't think we have a party group name.
We never had
no.
an official name, but...
I have one small thing before we leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the feather out of the creamy and brown painted horse that used to be Soul's. I'm gonna take that feather and start making a charm on our way to the Holy City.
While we're in Wittingen, I'm tempted to go have a talk with the mayor, but I don't really think we have the time for it right now. But Lovette is a little annoyed right now that tax collectors came and bankrupted her business.
I mean, you can go in there.
Yeah,
right now,
we got time.
Hummel's not in a big rush at the moment. They're kind of just sad. And also maybe going through potential, like, overdose on muse. Because I think I took, like, 2 at once after already having 1. So.
Yeah. You're
Good times.
riding pretty hard right now.
They're also easily addictive.
They like to party.
Mhm.
Alright, sure then. I guess I'll go see Graf von Bergen.
Aw, dip. All right.
Good luck.
Well, in that case, you go to the mayor's house and start knocking on the door.
Yeah, his house or wherever it was that we first interacted with him. If there's a
Okay.
more formal state of or place of business to meet him,
Gotcha.
at town hall or whatever.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and push the Wittingen map then. And now you should be able to see
There
everything.
we are. Cool.
Okay.
So the town forum or the mayor's house?
Mayor's house would
Alright.
be where he would be currently.
Then yeah, knock on the door with my cane.
Okay. So, a little bit later, the door opens up and you see Graf von Bergen looking down at you from the door frame. And make a perception check.
All right. Oh, and of course Archie's coming with me.
Of course. Okay. So your perception check, you got a 21.
Wow. that's
You notice that the mayor, like he opens the door and like looks out at like level first and like sees Archie's like what
knees.
upper leg maybe,
Something
not
like
even.
Barely.
And then realizes that it's Archie. So then he like looks down because he figured that you're there, and sure enough, there you are on his doorstep. He sighs ever so slightly and says, "What is it? What do you need?"
Would you like to explain to me why my business is the business of someone who's... I felt allowed this town to continue existing was taxed out of business while I was gone?
He sort of shakes his head and says, "Well, the tax collectors, they don't really work for me, per se. I just administer part of the town. Those tax collectors answer to the nobility."
Mayor von Bergen, I'm not asking for special protection here, but I've noticed that my business has sort of been excluded from the community. It has been something that is on my mind for a while.
Well, I mean, I'm sure your gizmos are very impressive to people. Just maybe they haven't caught on.
Herr von Bergen, they are most impressive. I'm trying here to save lives. I've been devising machinery to help with the miners, but if I cannot afford to develop it, I can't bring it to you.
Oh, that's going to be a conversation with you and the mining guild. But as far as the tax collectors go, I just mostly point them in directions, and they do their own work. They answer to the crown anyway.
And I notice you've been doing a lot of pointing as of late. Is that right?
He shrugs. Maybe so. But there's only so much authority that a mayor has.
There is so much authority that the mayor has.
I mean, my role here is mostly to settle disputes in the town. If someone's goat wanders off and eats someone else's turnips, things like that.
I love him.
I don't have much authority when it comes to royal taxation. Only that I know everyone has to pay their fair share, and, well, if that has ruined your business, then that's something you have to take up with the crown.
Is Lovette trying to commit tax evasion?
No, I honestly, I didn't think I was going to have this conversation, so I didn't think too much about, demands, so that's why I was kind of nervous about it.
Oh, question. What house do these taxes go to? As in, what nobility?
The one in Hartenshin, I think?
there's no chance I could like roll diplomacy and let the abilities the character has that I lack take a little bit of hold here, is there? Because I'm not
Sure,
really...
yeah, you can roll diplomacy, but I would need to know like what are you trying to do exactly with the mayor?
Accomplish.
Yeah.
So, like, because if you want the mayor to like absolve you of taxes, you can't do that.
Yeah, I realize that, but I feel like he could vouch for me.
Maybe give you an extension?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, literally the tax collection is not part of his powers.
Right.
Like, that's not... He doesn't answer to the tax collectors, and the tax collectors don't answer to him. He's different parts of government, basically.
I guess I kind of didn't understand that before I talked to him, like, out of character, and it makes sense, but I kind of was under the impression that it was the local taxes that were driving me out of business.
No.
It was like property taxes and stuff?
No,
that's what I thought it was.
The taxes are levied by the nobility in most places in the nation. And then those taxes get passed over to the crown. So it's a feudal system. So that
I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I just I figured, the town guard are probably the ones coming by and picking it up.
Yeah, there's royal tax collectors that come to town, and then they have town guard with them as basically protection. And then they collect what's due to the crown, and then they turn that over to the local, probably duke, maybe a duke. It might just be a lord in this area, whatever. And then that would get turned over to the crown eventually. It trickles its way up,
Mm-hmm.
So it might be the way that this would work ultimately is that they levy a 20% tax on the citizen or the business, and then a 15%. So they would take 20% of your money, but then they would keep so much of that money, and then the rest of it would go up. But they would basically everybody wets their beak on the way up, essentially.
Right.
So that the king or the capital gets some of that money, but by the time it gets to them, maybe 3/4 of it has been taken in other parts at different levels of government, basically different levels of nobility.
Right. Well, I guess that was my thinking, was that I thought that this was probably the first level.
No.
Okay.
No, Graf von Bergen's just he's more of a locally elected headman.
Well, I feel kind of dumb because I feel like Lovette would have known this.
Nah. I mean, does Lovette really give it too much of a shit about local government structure, though?
If she's doing business with it.
You get the sense that he's not altogether that... how to put this? He's probably not that empathetic to your problem.
Yeah, I did get that sense.
Okay.
Alright.
He kind of calls your devices gadgets.
Right.
Kind of derisively, I think would be the term I'd use.
Well, I don't really have the energy for this right now. Maybe we'll talk later.
He nods and says nothing.
Just kind of look at the statue and sigh. Some fucking people.
You see a much younger and much more full of life version of yourself. Before the weight of the world crushed your hopes and dreams.
Mm-hmm. And a fictionally shorter one at that.
Yeah. One that looks more gnome-sized.
Yeah, which is kind of weird in hindsight.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get out of this fucking town. I'm tired of this space now.
The mayor closes the door. Archie looks down at you.
Archie, you were supposed to scare him.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I couldn't tell you to scare him. That would be kind of obvious, but you're a good boy. It's alright. It's not your fault. Let's go.
I wasn't sure what my purpose was there.
Oh, I thought you would just get scared by the sheer size of you now. Not that everyone does, I guess. I guess it's a good thing that people aren't just scared of you by being big.
Archie's head bows a little bit further.
Oh, baby.
Are people scared of me now?
Apparently not.
Oh, Lovette.
Poor boy.
He follows behind you and says nothing further.
Yeah. I'll get up with the Vardo.
Alright, you catch up with the rest of the group.
Lovette does not look like the right size of this statue. Too short. Is it just me?
I asked them to do that.
It looks weird.
It does. It was a different time of my life.
Yeah, so Riz, you see a collection of statues there in the town forum, and you don't recognize one of them. No, two of them, sorry. You don't recognize two of the statues. There's a halfling there with an inscription, Marcus.
Who's the cute little girl?
What?
The
That's
little one.
Me. Oh.
No, the next, the slightly taller little girl.
That's the father of that boy we met back in the Devil.
Oh, okay.
Marcus, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, he's gone now.
I can read. I was just confused why he was there.
Well, he helped us at the time. We saved this town!
Riz takes a pinky finger and just wiggles it in their eardrum for a second. Okay.
A couple of townsfolk who were walking nearby just sort of turn and walk further away from your group.
Riz looks a little upset. I'm never going to be able to do business in this town.
Me either, so... And I'm sorry, I'm barely not going to be able to pay you much more. Because I'm going to be out of money soon.
Okay. Hummel.
Sorry.
Hummel is sitting in the front of the wagon. The wagon cart?
Cart.
What do we use for...
Yours was a carriage.
Oh, that's
Carriage.
carriage.
I always say the wrong word. But it's basically just kind of high out of their mind. Just a giant smile, but you can see just how they're moving. They're just kind of existing.
They're vibing.
Hummel.
Huh? What?
Vera owes me money.
You got it.
Like, 270.
You got it.
Okay. Can I get that from you now?
Where are my hands?
You know what? I can get it myself. Where is your pouch?
I don't know.
Are you... Just gently takes one of his hands. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm great. Where's my pouch?
If I look on you, do I see your fucking pouch?
Yeah, it's probably right on my left hip.
Oh, look at that! Here it is!
We're looking for that.
Wow! I'm just going to take 270 out of here. Okay, thank you. I'm going to tie it back up on you.
Alright, I'm going to remove 270 gold from Hummel's character sheet, and I'm going to add it to Riz's character sheet.
Thank you.
Oh.
Alright,
Lovette-
done.
Lovette's giving Riz a look as they come back, and it's just like, you have no right to judge me for trying to scam you now.
Excuse me, what?
They are high out of their fucking mind.
They are leader of organization. Someone needs to pay me.
Well, you
I'm
can
here on
discuss
paid help.
that when they are able to discuss it.
I just thought that was how fucking Hummel is all the time.
Okay, I mean...
Hummel is currently looking at their hands.
Hey, look at them. Here. Whoa, whoa! And just passing them back and forth.
Oh, just like glitter.
I have never seen this. Interesting.
Petravian.
Good on you.
Would you mind making a fortitude save, Hummel?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Alright. Fortitude, you said?
Yes, please.
Boom.
Alright.
That right there
Yeah,
is a
you-
17.
Okay, yeah, you do arc a glitter stream, basically. You
So
horf
familiar.
pretty wonderfully at that point.
Oh boy.
Well, Petravian, I think you are going to need to
Yeah.
drive the cart.
Yeah.
I am going to, and Riz will finish tying a knot in something. Give these to Shaade. Shaade! I have present! It is great. It has feather. That I took.
Okay. There is a gust of wind, and before you appears a Jinn.
Hello, Shaade.
Hello.
I have gift for you. And they present this little beaded feather bracelet.
Alright, the Jinn takes a look, takes it from you gently, looks at it, runs a hand over the feathers, and then sort of palms it, and then it's gone, like a sleight of hand thing.
Small clapping from Riz.
Ooh, that was impressive.
Is this visible from where we're at?
Yeah, the Jin's
Is it-
right there in the middle of town.
It's one of Soul's teal feathers, right? The one that, like... that
No.
Really... Oh, no? Okay.
No, there was just a white feather in Rain's
Okay.
mane.
Used to be.
Used to be. I don't know.
It's probably, like, kind of gross now, but it was in there, and it was a feather.
Okay.
I like
Yeah, it kind of looks better now that it's not there.
I don't... Yeah, well, I don't know that Lovette would immediately recognize that if it were just a white feather. She'd just be like, gross.
Yeah, this is an old white. It's an old white. It was an old white feather. Or it's probably
Yeah.
dirty, but whatever.
I like
Soul didn't
magnet
have
tricks.
access to extra teal feathers.
Just the one.
Yeah.
We have all these magical powers, but I like little tricks like that. That's fun.
Little trick.
Yeah, the palm thing that he did there just made it disappear. That's fun. I like that.
He accepted gift.
Yes. And made it disappear.
Riz just shakes their head and goes to their car. Come on, Shade. We're going to another city. Going to be exciting, I hear.
Traveling north?
Yes, to the holy city, apparently.
The Jin shrugs and says nothing.
Alright, let us go.
Should we be traveling north or?
Do you think different direction would be better?
Are we asking the Jin, or are we asking...
Yeah,
Freddy?
I'm
Yeah.
asking the Jin.
Oh. It's not the direction of your goal.
Well, we need to check on little girl, yes?
Yes, we need to go pick up Reduvi.
Hummel is trying to do, like, you can see, it looks like she's trying to do a spell right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and do Prestidigitation. Do you want me to do, like, a spell check?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a concentration check, please.
Petravian, actually, before you do that, Petravian sees this and he just goes over and grabs your hand and intertwines his fingers like, not right now.
Mm.
Like, it puts his hand, like, the kind of, when you put your hands together and pray, he puts his hand in Hummel's hand and just, maybe we'll do that in a little bit, okay?
Aw, thank you.
He's still covered in puke, though.
Yeah, there's a splatter of glittery vomit in front of Hummel, as well as like splattered in certain places. I'll leave that up to Xeno to fully determine how much is on the character.
Well, it's probably, since they were sitting, it's probably on their knees, and then onto, like, the side and off the cart.
Oof. Okay. You sure you're up
It's
for this?
Technicolor.
Are you sure you're up for this?
Of course, why would I not be up
Get
to
the
this?
cart
So
moving.
I'm doing so good.
Okay, why don't you try then? Go ahead.
It was really hard, like an hour ago, but now things are looking up again.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, make a concentration check.
Hey, nice.
Hey!
Oh, shit.
Pretty nice.
Alright, yeah, you clear your head enough to cast Prestidigitation.
See, I did it.
Hey! Awesome.
So
You're
what do you
very
do?
adorable. Oh, I assume Prestidigitation was cleaning up the barf. Is that incorrect?
That is what it
Okay,
was.
okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I was answering Beardy didn't get it. That's why.
Sorry,
Oh, gotcha.
I wasn't sure what, because Prestidigitation can do a lot of things, so I wasn't sure.
It was to clean the vom vom.
Okay, awesome. Well, in that case, yeah, you just swift that right away. Just poof, gone.
Can we start moving now?
I just, on the reins.
Oh, no.
I don't
The
know what
horses
direction
begin
we're
to move.
facing.
The horses start walking forward.
How about I drive? You just enjoy the scenery.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Hummel just onto the back of the seat. Their back.
Riz just looks at Lovette, pats the seat next to them.
That will hop up.
Yeah, horses follow behind.
Okay.
Petravian
And
calls
the-
out to Chisel, just whistles out, let's go! And Chisel catches up and starts walking next to the carriage.
And the Jin fades into mist and disappears.
We're on our
Alrighty.
way.
Alrighty, back to Vil. Okay, so heading from Wittingen to the Holy City.
Mhm.
Give me a single survival check from the leader of the group. whoever is leading the way.
Uh-oh.
Who's leading the way? Am I leading the way? Or Petravian
But
leading the way?
technically, Petravian would be leading the way since Riz probably doesn't know the way to the Holy City.
Wait, isn't there a road?
It's a road, yeah.
So
Basically,
do we need
this
a
is just,
survival?
this is just to see if you guys do any particularly well.
Okay, I'll
This
do
is
it.
not to see if you fuck up. This is to see if you drive particularly well. It's fine. I would have also accepted a ride check as well.
Oh,
It's 14.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, anything you guys want to do along the way to the Holy City?
How long does it take to get to the Holy City?
We'll say it's a day.
okay.
One day's travel.
Okay. Also, I feel like Kurla this whole time has basically just been sulking in the carriage.
I should ask, does Kurla go into the Vardo Vargon when it's nighttime? Or do they avoid it?
No, they have been avoiding it and basically staying away from everyone. They've really been keeping their distance and keeping to themselves even more than they usually do.
If it's
Everyone?
cold during the night, there is quilts in there.
Mm-hmm.
In the carriage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's May.
Including Archie.
No, they probably wouldn't have been keeping their distance from Archie, but they wouldn't have been saying much to anyone.
Would Archie be walking it?
Yeah, he's gotta
He
walk.
kinda
He
has
can't
to.
fly anymore.
Aw, poor guy.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't think he would mind. I don't see why he would mind. He doesn't feel pain or get tired.
Whoa. I think he does, actually.
Well, maybe not the tired thing. but-
Maybe not the same as we
no.
do, but
I feel like he feels the anxiety of ceasing to function when he incurs damage. But I never got the sense that he like yells in pain, kind of pain.
Yells
At
out
least that's not how I
binary.
meant for him to be.
It's all emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of seen it as he's become more and more human every level he gets.
Mhm.
Yeah, but doesn't mean he has nerve endings.
Still has feelings.
Yes, he does.
He yells out in binary.
I don't think that he's upset about walking. I don't know. Does he seem like it bothers him?
I mean, he just walks by the party, same as he
Yeah.
always does.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't complain about anything about this on this particular journey from Wittingen to the Holy City.
I mean, back when he walked all the time before he could fly, and it wasn't a big deal. He was a centaur for a while, and he walked then.
He was a centaur for like one episode.
for one level, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I realized that it was really weak, and I was like, never again.
Never again. So, Petravian will try to spark up a conversation with Hummel, trying to see what they like to do out. I mean, now that they can, what would they like to do? Would they like to go visit the sites? Would they like to do they have any desires outside of making the hive better?
Question before you answer that. So this is you guys are in the front of the carriage on the way. Okay, so this is while you're traveling.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was while you're traveling or if this was at camp that night because you're leaving the town at about 3 p.m. So you'll probably have to rest on the road before you get to the Holy City.
Yeah.
So just making sure. So
Yep.
so we'll say a couple hours later, or is
Yeah,
this
just
right
a few
as
hours
you leave
later.
the town?
Just a few hours
Okay.
later.
Okay, I'll go ahead and advance time to 5 p.m. and go ahead and give me 2 more fortitude saves, Hummel, and we'll see how your mental state is.
All right.
Oh boy.
How many fortitudes?
2.
2.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll do 1 per hour.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So you have shrugged off the majority of the effect of the muse. So you're, if anything, you're just a little bit high, unless you take more muse. I mean, it's up to you.
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so you're mostly back mentally.
What do I like to do?
Yeah, I mean,
I've barely been able to do really anything other than, like, kind of get drinks once in a while. But that sounds really nice. Oh yeah, we're going to the Holy City?
yes.
There's so many places we could check out. I don't know, where it's changed so much since I was there last time.
Well,
Is there any place you want to go?
I mean, I know I would like to hit up.
Are you asking me on a date?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Like, Hummel has like a coy face, like staring at Petravian.
Well, if that's
Oh my
something
god,
that
you are.
yeah, if it's something you'd like maybe to do, that I would really like that. Yes.
I would too. We should definitely do something. But I don't really know what they have at the Holy City anymore. Vera only goes to the Hive.
Well, we'll do some exploring while we're there.
And like, Hummel starts tapping their legs.
We should go to the amphitheater.
Ooh, that does sound fun. I know, I want to hit up the library at some point. It's something I wanted to check out, but I know I go try some food there. Go for a dinner. Maybe check out maybe a play if there's something there.
Yeah.
And Hummel's just kind of smiling at Petravian.
Girl crush right now.
Oh God. Okay, so
Hummel has like Petravian for like 5 years. So.
I know.
Petravian's crystals are that deep purple at the moment. He is blushing quite hard.
Awesome.
I feel like from inside the carriage you might hear a couple of rueful chuckles just really quietly.
So you're riding on the. So you were driving the carriage right now, right? Okay,
Correct.
So in that case, nearby you hear Chisel snort.
Quiet, you.
Also, you don't see Vera flying around anywhere.
Oh, where is Vera?
Hey, Kurla, make a perception check.
Oh no!
Thought that might be coming.
Right, I'll make a stealth check for Vera.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Whatever stealth check you're making for Vera, add a +8 miscellaneous to it for size.
Oh jeez.
Jesus Christ.
35.
Plus 8.
+8.
Oh.
Yeah, for size.
That is a 35 perception from Kurla.
Yeah. So
Too bad about that +8 though.
yeah. All right.
Right,
So
so-
Vera gets a 43 stealth.
So for the audience, Vera's just kind of in the corner of the carriage, maybe in one of the broken down older hives that were in there, and it's just kind of watching Kurla.
Fucking creepy.
Buzzes in stealth.
It's the quietest buzz you've ever did hear. Or didn't hear, I suppose.
A little more like a hum.
I'm gonna kill you.
Ooh, if I wasn't so small.
Buzz, motherfucker!
Kurla hears a whisper in Wasp.
Well, I mean, apparently with a 35 to a 43, Kurla is blissfully unaware of that.
Yeah. And a good thing too, because otherwise I don't know if I'd be able to sleep at night after that.
Yeah,
Well.
Kurla's off in their own little world right now.
Yeah, so Petravian and Hummel are kind of just yucking it up in the front right now.
Yup.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
And the Jinn will appear if asked to at any point. Riz.
Okay.
So, if there was anything else you wanted to talk to it about, but it's basically it's sort of just following you around, essentially.
I do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it has an answer. So, Shade, what do you see when you see me, anyways? Like, appearance-wise, not the curse on my heart part of things, which is fucking depressing, not going to lie.
It is written upon your soul. And
Yes,
it is-
I got that part. What do I look like? Do I look like human?
He
Monster?
shakes his head no.
Okay, which one? What
You do not
race?
look like a human, nor do you look like a monster.
Do I have to go through every single one? Riz starts listing a bunch of fucking races. Do I look like these? Do I look like these? Do I look like these?
This is a question dealing with your curse. And as I've told you before, I do not wish to get on the bad side of those who placed it upon you.
No, it is okay. Any chance you'd know how to break it at all?
He nods.
Oh. Any chance you can tell me that?
He shakes his head no.
Shit. Fine.
Unless that is your wish.
Oh.
Didn't he say he wouldn't allow that kind of thing, even with a wish?
Well, he can't break. No, he can't. He cannot break the curse. But he can tell Riz what it is for the wish.
No, he can tell me how to break it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. He can give instructions, but he can't do it himself.
I will think about these.
The Jin nods.
God. Yeah, that's it. We good to camp for the night?
Good to camp for the. That's up for Grem or Kurla.
Oh yeah, I do want to talk to Archie real quick.
Okay.
And just kind of check up on him, see how he's doing, see if he's doing okay, if he's happy with walking in general.
Why would I not be?
Well, there are lots of reasons.
Is there something wrong with my legs? Am I not keeping pace?
You used to fly, which seemed more convenient, so I wanted to make sure that walking was comfortable.
Archie looks at you, seemingly not even understanding the question about comfort.
That works. That's kind of what I thought. But the other thing that she wanted to ask about, Archie, I don't think that Carla is going to be staying with the rest of the group tonight.
Why not? Is something wrong?
Well, if you want to talk to them, I thought you might want to stay with them. I don't think I'm going to stay with the rest of the group tonight, Isel.
Is something wrong with the group?
I don't believe so. I just want to go to visit your house. I want to see my friend.
I see.
If you want to come with me, you are welcome to. I will bring you with. But I thought that you are getting along with Kurla, and if they are...
I do not want them to be lonely. I will stay with Kurla.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, I'll be listening.
Of course. I do not have needs.
That's not true. I'm sure you got plenty of needs.
Not at this time.
Well, I'll see you soon.
Of course.
And I'm gonna go teleport to Archie's house.
Alrighty. Okay, so Lovette will vanish as the party stops for the night to camp between Wittingen and the Holy City.
I feel like Kurla has been lurking for most of the trip from Edge, and they're finally gonna approach Archie. Yeah, on the strength of that last conversation between them.
Okay.
And they're not going to say anything, and they've got their hood up, and it's all very awkward. They're just going to stand there for a moment, as if they're trying to find the words.
Greetings, Kurla. Are you well?
Well, that's debatable.
Are you injured? Or do you have injuries that are not obvious?
That's a nicer way of putting it. It's the latter, Archie, if I'm being honest with you.
I understand. Lovette has those wounds as well.
Does she now?
He
the
nods.
truth is, Archie, I don't even know where to start, but I did something stupid and I'm not quite sure how to make it right.
It seems to me that regret is part of life, and it is something one simply needs to accept.
You're quite wise, for, what, an almost 7-year-old?
That is correct. I am almost 7.
Remind me again when his birthday is in canon? We established this a couple of episodes ago, but I don't have it written down.
The gears in my head are turning right now.
Occurring events. Archie's birthday. Here we go. It is May 16th.
May 16th.
So it's coming up.
Awesome.
15 days away currently. It's the 1st of May.
Question, Beardy.
Mm-hmm.
What would... Okay, so let's say 500 years ago. Good way to start the conversation.
Yeah.
What would be a maybe prominent village dish?
I'm
trying to figure out what Hummel's favorite.
Oh,
food
okay.
is,
So
probably.
the way I think of it is Vil is very much inspired by medieval Germany.
Mhm.
So I think any kind of spiced meat in a casing, so any kind of like wurst, something like that would be a very popular dish. Sauerkraut, of course, very popular.
Oh, yes.
Schnitzels, things of that nature. Like
language.
this is very German food around here.
All right, so that'd probably
Fry.
be what Hummel's gonna be telling Petra about,
Mm-hmm.
like just about what like the favorite kind of dishes are.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be then a worst.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's these kinds of these potatoes that you season them and then
Roast.
Form them into like these patties and then fry them up in oil.
Latkes.
As you two are just like, oh,
Yeah. Look, man. All the Oktoberfests were canceled last year, okay? I got the itch, damn it.
I grew up in Wisconsin. That's all we fucking
Yeah, that's
had.
just fucking normal
So I'm
food
like,
over
okay,
here.
I'm done with that shit.
Sorry, it's Germany, hon. That's just normal for us.
It's true.
Kurla is still chatting with Archie.
Excellent. Yes, let's continue that.
Can I ask you something, Archie?
You just did.
Fair point. All right. Can I ask you something else after this question, Archie?
Of course.
Thank you.
You may speak freely with me. We are friends.
Right, I'm gonna need a minute here. You ever keep a secret from anyone, Archie?
Yes.
Ooh.
How does that make you feel inside?
That I am defective.
Oh, my boy.
For what it's worth to you, I can relate to that quite strongly. If it's in there for long enough, it's just, the bitterness is hard to describe. Defective. It's a nice way of putting it.
Is that how you feel?
Kurla's just gonna nod. Inside the hood.
Archie will carefully put a hand and like kind of tap Kurla's shoulder, like sort of pat it.
Because it's so fucking big.
I do not think you are defective. But then, my knowledge of half-orcs is limited.
It might be for the best.
Why do you say that?
We haven't got the nicest history, and I've got a very bad feeling I'm going to have to be talking about it in a little while.
I see. Is it something you would rather not share?
Oh, absolutely, but I think I've made my own bed there, and now I'm going to have to lie in it.
Where else would you?
It's a figure of speech, Archie. It means that you've done something, and that kind of means you have to take the consequences of it.
I see. Kurla,
Yeah?
if it is of any help, know that I am still your friend.
There's going to be some sniffing coming from inside Kurla's hood.
Aww.
Thank you for that.
Boy, so much.
Thank you for that, Archie. And Kurla's gonna take a few steps towards, I guess, the campfire where everyone else is gathered.
Archie will follow you.
And Kurla's gonna just kind of slump down. Not far from everyone, but I don't know, keeping their distance as much as they can while also still trying to put themselves back in kind of the circle.
Hummel has like this just giant grin, obviously. And it's just like once they notice Kurla coming in, just like waves like, hey. Just stupidly, just super.
I teleported out because I was kind of having that be part of the end of the night, but if we haven't, like, convened, if the Vardo spell hasn't been cast yet, I'll probably still be with the group.
Honestly, I think the Vardo spell has been cast. Riz is already inside their home.
Well, if that's the case, then she's probably gone.
Yeah, I would just take it that
As much as I'd like for her
night.
to be. Yeah. I'd love to be there for this, but I don't think it's realistic.
All right, so Petravian and Hummel are kind of chilling by the fire late at night. Riz has already gone off to bed in the Vardo,
No.
and
Just staring at your horse.
They're staring at their horse, of course.
okay, fair enough. That's fine. But you're in your bed.
Yeah.
Right? In the Vardo. Okay, so you've already gone to bed in the Vardo.
Sure. Whatever.
How would you say it?
Keeping watch.
Okay.
A very limited watch of the
From
horse.
your bed.
It's a cozy keep watch, but that's literally the spell.
It's fine. I'm just... I was establishing a position, not a status of consciousness.
I'm fine. The Rowdy 500.
Kurla's going to slump down by the fire, and I think they're going to kind of look around a little bit for Vera. I guess the question is, do they see Vera?
Vera or Hummel?
Vera.
Okay.
B-form Vera.
Since Kurla has made it back over here, you might see Vera fly over to the apiary that's on Hummel's back right now.
Do you want me to roll perception on whether or not I see that?
Why don't you roll perception to see if you can tell what direction they came from?
Okay.
You might be able to tell if they came from the same direction you did.
Ah. That is a 30 on perception.
I think 30 is fine to tell that it's from the same direction as the carriages.
Yeah, Kurla's going to sit there for a few minutes and then just throw back their hood, and their face is not exactly dry. It's a little bit damp. I don't know if that's visible in the campfire light or not. They're going to kind of look over to Petravian.
Hello. You're, Sorry.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth. Kurla's gonna say something, and it's gonna sound weird because it's gonna be in Protean.
Do you want to go into a secret room?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine with it, because I mean, no, I'm fine with it.
Nope.
They're
Okay,
gonna
just
speak in
wanted to
Protean,
give you
but
the
it's-
option.
It's a really weird form of Protean, because it sounds like a mix of, like, highfalutin, written, upper-class Protean mixed with, like, this weird kind of slangy, out-in-the-sticks Protean that you would see scrawled as graffiti on the wall. Like, it's a bizarre mix.
I got the vibe. Okay.
Okay.
And Hummel used tongues.
Yeah, I did.
Tell me.
So is Hummel casting that pretty, like, because it's it is only verbal, so do you want to try to play that off as if you're not casting a spell, or is it just going to be very obvious?
Coughing mid-spell?
Would it be stealth, Beardy?
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to try to cast a spell without anyone noticing.
I'm fine with doing bluff or stealth.
Do stealth.
Stealth? Alright. 35.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, okay. So in that case, you kind of like mumble something under your breath, which is the command, the magical string of words for tongues. And you are now able to speak and understand the language of any intelligent creature.
And while this is happening, I'm going to pretend I'm not listening in, though. I'm just like poking at the campfire with a stick.
I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you if you remember much about where you come from?
I do. I was about 20 when I left home. Let's say I was about 20. So I remember a lot of my home in Protean. And he's kind of like Petravian's kind of not taken aback, but like, okay, I'll roll with this. So, and he's responding in Protean.
In your time there, did you ever encounter anyone like me or any orcs?
No, but that's probably because growing up, I was sort of kept to the outskirts. I did have a halfling friend, but in my memory, I don't remember seeing any orcs.
Close enough.
Kurla's gonna raise an eyebrow at the word friend, as if they want to follow up on that one, but they're not going to. Instead, they are going to say, "And you've encountered orcs at all on Obador? Or just never in your life?"
To cut this, just for point of memory, it was we fought trolls and
Marcus fought orcs. but
Marcus
You have
fought
Paladin
orcs.
has not.
I have that's okay. I was mixing that memory up.
At no
Okay.
point in the campaign has Petravian dealt with an orc.
No, I've never. You're the first orc that I can vividly remember meeting.
Half-Orc.
Half-orc.
Yikes.
Half-orc. My apologies.
Well, I mean, they've been around before. It just burst out.
Hummel just interjects in Protean.
I know that the group had originally seen some before, but I think they attacked one of the fortresses around here. Yeah,
Kurla's just going to turn to Hummel. Bit of a linguist, are you?
magic. And I do a flourish.
I'm impressed all the same.
But I believe they went through the Red Plains, and they attacked, I think it was Viscart. Yeah. Didn't stick around long there, though. They kind of hightailed it out of there.
Knowing what I do of them, that's probably sensible. I mean, I wouldn't want to go up against them.
Well, they're also following the orders of, a superpowered being, so... Yeah, it wasn't a good time for the people there.
The town survived, though. They did survive the attack, right?
Yeah, just barely. A lot of losses, apparently, but they're still there. If I recall, Lovette tried to talk with them, and then there's a lot of arrows. Yeah, that's pretty much how that went down, if I recall.
Why do you ask?
You've spent more time back there than I have, which is 0. I've never been to Oxidor. Haven't seen what it's like there, haven't met a full-blooded orc, only heard of them. Where I grew up, it's not something you ask too much about.
Is there something in particular that you're interested in knowing about them?
Well, I think you covered the salient details. They're bloodthirsty and like to shoot arrows.
Well, the ones I saw. Can't say for all of them. And even then, I spend most of the time in an apiary. So, but
Is it
500 years, I've learned a lot.
worth it for you?
For what?
Living in an apiary?
Well, here's the thing: it's a happy existence. I can't say it's thrilling all the time, but I'm always doing something. I'm always feel good about what's happening, and I have a connection to everyone near me. But don't get me wrong, it's sometimes boring as all heck.
Some
But-
connections stronger than others.
Yeah. Luckily, once in a while, we get to, in a way, be able to have more... What was it?
Sorry, I mouthed B because I thought it was funny.
Sometimes, if we're needed, we get reincarnated or kind of resurrected from the afterlife to help. Those are the best times. I don't know what's happening here with the whole switcheroo thing, but... Because that one kind of sucks. It's a little bit. It's really nice to see you, Petrie, though. Don't get me wrong.
To be honest with you, it's probably in my best interest that Vera not be riding around in that body right now.
Why do you say that? You're helping her with what we need to do. If you weren't here, we probably would have been dead way back in that ice island.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's quite true. I'm well aware of that, but... Oh god, I'm not very good at this. You just give me a moment here. Kurla's just going to put the head in the hands and switch back to Vilish. I don't know where Rez has got to, but if they were here, I might have a word with them too. And for now, it's just going to have to be you lot, if that's all right with you. But I've got some things I need to get off my chest if we're going to continue on like this.
We're here for
Shoot,
you.
and Hummel will fall to the ground with trying into a crisscross applesauce.
Aww. The only way to sit after the rending.
Yep.
It is written. And Petravian will slide on over on next to Kurla.
Kurla's going to look slightly uncomfortable at the sudden sort of invasion into their space, but they're not going to move. Tell me about Mellifera, if you would.
Malefra? Oh,
Oi,
well.
that's
where
your
to
god,
start?
isn't it?
Yeah, of course. So here's the thing, is Mellifera wants everyone to be united. They want there to be no more of the power struggles. And here's the thing, is that depending on who's running the hive, sometimes it goes down well, sometimes it goes down worse. Almost every time it's kind of gone down as the worst circumstances. Vera's been probably one of the better ones, but that's because they weren't told about the... Okay, never mind about that part. So...
Wait, what?
Oh no, what was that about?
Okay, so some of the original high priests, there's more than one way to get power for gods. And the easiest way is more violent, I guess is to say. There were sacrifices in the original ones. There's a reason why some of them were kind of, burnt out. But the other way is just worship. You see, Mellifera is more of a backseat supporting deity. And she doesn't try to judge what people do in here when it's the family. But we are just trying to make things better for everyone. Sometimes we just don't make the right decisions. And hopefully this time is the time we do it right.
Oh, you see, when you put it like that, it all sounds so wonderful. So fantastic. I'm not surprised that people buy it, but... That came out wrong. Give me a moment here. The sacrifice thing. Orcs do that, you know that. It's one of the few things that we were told growing up about our forefathers. They were very devoted to their god too. They loved sacrificing. Kella's gonna take a few deep breaths, try and center themselves.
You feel a hand clasp, like, sort of give you a reassuring pat on the back of the shoulder from behind. It's a big metallic hand, if that helps.
Aww. A few more deep breaths. I'm not even sure where to begin here. I suppose with an apology. I was not in my best mind back at the temple. Did something stupid. I regret it. It was childish, and I know better than that.
For what? You didn't really do anything.
Well, not that you saw or know. And Kurla's gonna just take a moment. Oh god, did I really say that?
Did you pee on something?
No, for God's sake, not that fucking childish.
Well, then it's fine. Anything... That's the thing. The followers of Mellifera they are accepting and they forgive.
Right, you see, I've heard that line before as well.
So...
Depends on the time period, really.
Oh, for the love of... I'm trying so hard here not to set aside my distrust and distaste with all of this, and you're not making it any easier here.
Hey, I'm just trying to be truthful, you know?
Oh, I appreciate that, at least. Look, as I said, I regret it, and I apologise. That's not easy for me to say. It's been a long time since I had anyone to apologise to. I don't tend to stick around with people. They don't tend to stick around with me for one reason or another. The reason being, and they're gonna gesture at their ears, among other things.
Well, if there's one thing that I can at least say is that I know you'll never be judged for that at the Hive. Like, you don't have to hide that. What did you do exactly? You didn't burn anything, did you?
No, I didn't burn anything.
Okay.
That booze I stole from, well, appropriated.
Absconded.
No, stole is the right word. Not particularly proud of that either. I poured it out, spat a bit of it out, poured out the rest, dropped the bottle.
Nothing a little soap and water will clean that up.
The thing is, it wasn't directed at Mellifera. If that had been a shrine to Aiden, I'd have done exactly the same thing in that state of mind. It's not personal. Now, it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation you can take or leave.
Well, I guess, yeah, rude, but nah, I can't force you to like Mellifera. I'm not going to force you to like Mellifera. That was more of my my high priest thing. There's like, if you don't like, off topic though. We're not gonna force you to worship with the Hive, but maybe just watch yourself with Vera. And I'll, looking back, and I'll see Vera probably just pulsating.
But
Right? They apologized. They apologized, Vera. Vera. Just get back in the apiary.
But I guess my question then would be, if you're willing to share, where does your animosity toward the deities come from? Any deity?
Like I said, I've heard all of this before, all the love and community thing. My village was all about that. Orcs, you see, they're all about their one god, and their sacrifices, like I said, they're big fans of that. And in theory, it's volunteer-based, you know, the most devout. They'll give themselves up to ANNNND. The reality is, it's the most powerful in society. They decide. They decide who gets sacrificed, and if you're one of the sorts that is not particularly devout, particularly loving or their one god, then you're going to find yourself sacrificed pretty soon. At least that's what they were told. At least that's what I was told. By my parents and their parents. I don't know the full story. I know that a few generations back, a few orcs got out. They wanted to worship more than one god. They'd been talking to your people. And here I'm going to nod at Petravian. Been learning about the other deities, and that apparently sounded good to them. And that didn't sit well with the authorities. So they got out, they came to Obador. A few generations go by in the little enclave they set up, and well, you end up with people like me, but you grow up in a place like that, you think it's perfect, because instead of just the one god that you're warned about, but no, you get to worship all the gods. Isn't it glorious? And we're all equal, we're all one. The truth is, they took all that same prejudice with them, they took the whole class system with them. It was still the most powerful in the village who were deciding who did what and who got to live where, who got to live with whom. They were still trying to run everyone's lives. The hypocrisy was still there.
I'd like to make a religion check. Who do the orcs worship?
Yeah, go ahead and make a knowledge religion check, please. All right, 32.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
so,
you got it.
Hummel, you are well aware of the religion of the orcs. The orcs worship a god known as ANNNND. ANNNND is a god of the sun and of like battle and glory. So ANNNND is a violent and finicky god.
Spiteful?
That, I mean, all gods are spiteful.
Oh.
A little bit.
Hold on a second.
But yeah, ANNNND is a god that believes that sacrifice is a necessary part of life, and in order for blessings to be given, sacrifices must be made. So it's pretty typical in orc society for there to be live sacrifices, like blood sacrifices, on temple altars and pyramids and things like that. Real world analog, think of them in the terms of like the height of Aztec religion.
That's what I was thinking.
So, ANNNND is a sun god, and it grants blessings of strength in battle, and also like good weather. So,
Okay,
that whole shtick.
that bag.
But the orcs are fairly fervently monotheistic in that respect, which makes them somewhat unique. A lot of other races, at least, accept that the other gods are important. But the orcs are kind of very devoted to their one god, to the point of exclusion to all others.
Okay. Good to know.
So that's what Hummel knows.
Okay.
So, ANNNND. Amen?
Amen.
I like all.
Amen. So you grew up under that? What happened there?
No, my forefathers, they grew up under that. They got curious about the other gods. This was discouraged. A good half of them got sacrificed, the other half hightailed it to Obador from Oxidor, set up our community. I grew up a few generations down from there. These were full-blooded orcs. They mingled with the locals. Half-orcs come from that. It was my great-great-grandparents, I think it would be, in human terms.
No, I guess the best I can say is that we don't stop people from worshipping other gods as long as it's not hurting the weak. That's what we care about, is that people aren't being suppressed. They're not being oppressed by the nobility or any other figures, higher figures. But, if you don't mind me asking, what is your aim being here? I know that you were following Riz before, but what are your goals?
I've been asking myself that same question. It's complicated. I don't know if you're going to like my answer. Since I left my village, and that was not under the best circumstances, I have been trying to find out about a certain god. One that I don't know, but against whom I have a score to settle.
Is that right? Do you have any leads, perchance?
I didn't for the longest time, and I'd almost given up on it. The lead that I have now is that the gods can in fact be hurt, and that... I like finding that out. That warms me.
And I looked at my apiary, and Vera's still out. Well,
look, I don't think that it's Malephra, alright? My dislike... That's not even the word. I don't have anything in particular against your god. I am distrustful of your religion because of the shite that I had to grow up with in that village, and the shite that my ancestors grew up with back in Oxidor. There's more to it than that, but I'm not sure that I can get into it right now. Not when we're this close to the Holy City. That place does not bring back good memories, and neither did what went down in the Deadlands. But my goal is to learn more about the gods and their power. And I've learned more in the past few months than I have in 20 years of searching.
Well, there you go. Stick with us, and maybe you can find out which god that is you need to have words with.
That, and as I said to Lovette, I've been on my own for a very long time. Since I left that village, I've kept my distance, again, for reasons... as much for my safety as for everyone else's. This is the first group of people who've actually not cared about what I am, and have stuck with me, and that means something to me.
I mean, have you looked at me? I'm a big blue rock creature. I've never seen another one in my 100 years of living.
Right, but are you tempted to eat every living thing that comes within a distance of you?
Are we talking animals, or...?
Well...
Kurla's gonna have their eyes squeezed shut as if they can't believe they just said that.
Because if it's like a deer, then yes. That stuff is delicious.
You hear Chisel snort nearby.
I was about to say that.
And Soul from worlds away nods to themselves.
Not you, Chisel.
Though you are delicious, aren't you?
Despite themselves, Kurla is giggling a little bit, just at the back and forth.
Of all the times to talk about this, we didn't even bring anything from Wittingen.
Bring what from Wittingen?
Any food?
Kurla's going to reach into their pouch and pull out a couple of pieces of the disgusting, rotten meat that they carry with them. Well, I could offer you this, but I don't think it's to your taste.
Just, you can hear a churn. Listen, Vera wouldn't give a shit. It's using it as it should be, whatever. I'm not eating that shit. Shoot. Sorry.
Kurla's gonna bite off the end of one strip of it. I'm picturing it like bacon, but just really rancid, disgusting bacon.
Yeah.
And Kurla will swallow down a piece and then stick the rest back in her pack.
You can't call a good beetle, can you?
It's not my thing, really.
That's okay. We'll be there tomorrow, and hey, we'll have our good appetites.
Smile. Bigger smile will just show on Hummel's face.
So, you're really not looking to go into the Holy City, are you, Kurla?
I've been there once before. For the same reason everyone goes there. Absolution and enlightenment, you know. Didn't find it.
I mean,
Well,
You wanted to know the third reason that I'm sticking with y'all? You said it
Of course.
earlier, someone has to keep all of you alive, but
I mean, I could sort of heal, but people don't seem to like to be touched, and you know that's the whole thing that I need to touch. It doesn't go.
eyebrow
well.
raised from Kurla.
we haven't even had our date yet.
At least take me out to dinner first.
Well, listen, I'm saying it might be stressful for you there. I don't know what your tastes are,
And Hummel will approach Kurla and is going to take out 2 of these strips from her pocket. They're Muse.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
if you get too stressed. It'll help.
Kurla's gonna look at them and just shake their head. They're gonna reach one hand out as if to take them, and then just snatch it back without taking any. I appreciate the offer, but that's not a good idea.
Alright, well, if you
More
need
for
one.
you, though, you know.
It keeps the nerves calmed, we can say. I wasn't really expecting all of this pressure to begin with. It was a lot easier when I was able to sleep most of the time.
And
Imagine that must be nice. That's one advantage to your situation. All the rest you can eat.
and all the ale they can swim in.
Hey, it's good.
Thought it was mead you were fond of.
Have you ever swam in... What was that?
I thought it was mead you were fond of, not ale.
I'm fine with anything. Vera, it's like, oh, if it doesn't have honey in it, I don't want it. It's weird. Like, mead isn't even that sweet.
I
To be
mean,
honest.
if you pour half a pot of honey, anything's gonna be sweet.
And she does that with everything. It's not healthy.
Everything.
It's not healthy. But have you ever swam in booze?
Mm,
I have.
I feel like this is getting into the territory of what you want to do on your date, which is none of
yeah.
my business. Do they have that sort of thing in the Holy City? I suppose they do have a shrine to Symphonia, don't they? So it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, they got casks of wine.
Oh, we're going harder than wine. Petrie.
How hard?
Sorry.
That depends on what they have.
We're gonna bathe in vodka.
We're going to an amphitheater. We're not going there slightly buzzed. Huh? Huh? Listen, it was good.
Nice.
That was.
A smirk from Kurla.
And dangerously.
Well, I'd love for you to all stay with us as long as it's good for you. But once you feel you've found what you need, we'll help you.
Thank you for that.
That's what friends do.
And I'll make sure that Vera doesn't sting you in your sleep.
Aw.
I'll lock the apiary. Push Vera in and just lock it.
Is that not gonna piss her off even more?
Oh, they are always pissed off.
She'll be mad at me. It's all good.
Cheers for that.
You want to know how... You know what? How forgiving the whole Malefica thing is? I think the first full sentence I gave to Vera was almost a threat. It was a threat. And look at us now. They can tolerate being with me.
When you're the best of friends.
You spent 5 years together.
And you weren't even aware you could talk to Malefica. You're the best of friends.
Well, either way, Kurla, thanks for talking with us. But we'll look out for you. Right?
Thanks for listening. As I said, it's been a long time.
You hear a voice chime up behind you.
Kurla, you are not alone anymore.
Thank you.
So are you staying out here with the carriage, or are you coming in?
Oh yeah, I think that'd be best. I haven't
Make sure to shake out.
haven't quite got the stomach to make things up to Rez tonight as well.
Well, make sure to shake out the blankets. You know where they are.
Right. Thank you for that.
And I'm going to head over to the Vardo. Do I assume we're allowed in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you enter the Vardo and you notice that there is a fresh cooked meal sitting out on the front table.
Thank you.
You just see Riz, who is in the dark in their area of the Vardo. Their eyes just turn towards you and they're this gleaming purple. Oh, hello there. I was wondering if you were actually going to bed tonight.
Look, we just had a chat with Kurla. That's all.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. What rooms are you... Is Kurla...
Kurla's going to stay in the carriage right now.
You hear it come from Riz. Alright. What about you two? Where are you all staying?
I point at Hummel's room.
And Riz will look at Petravian.
I give a thumbs up.
Purple crystals.
Anyways, enjoy your turkey tonight. It's very good for body.
Ooh,
and
turkey.
will make you sleepy. So, good, I don't fucking know. Just eat and be happy.
And Hummel will just like guzzle it down.
Likewise.
Alright. It's a pretty tasty meal. All things. Pretty tasty meal.
Nice.
Should we should probably give some to Kurla? Yeah, so Hummel will bring some over. Hey, you hungry at all? I'll have like a plate of turkey.
Very much so, but I can't. I do appreciate it, though. Thank you.
Right, well, good night. And we'll go back and...
Nom.
Kurla will nom on their disgusting, rotting meat.
Delicious.
When Hummel comes back inside, Riz will gesture towards them to come closer.
Hey, thanks for the turkey. It was delicious.
I put a dimmer in your room.
A what?
Like, you can snap finger and lights will dim.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That'll be nice.
Okay, don't do anything stupid that Vera would not like, okay?
Yeah, sure.
You're chaos born. I think many of gods would like that, though, so...
Listen, I'm not doing anything that's going to hurt Vera, alright?
That was a very vague statement.
But very true.
I feel like I should have had talk with you in morning, not Petravian. Shit. Fuck.
We're going on a date tomorrow.
Good. Make sure to go on date first, okay? And they wink.
What does that mean?
I don't like explaining shit I don't do.
Oh, was the wink like a pretending you know kind of thing, or?
A little bit. I've not been around people for that long.
I look at Petravian just scarfing down turkey.
Your first
Two
people.
fisting it.
Your first people I have actually had stay in Vardom. Like ever.
Really?
Hmm.
What about Kurla?
Well, Kurla is included. First. Like ever that I haven't just, sold fortunes to.
Right, you're a fortune teller. Can you
Yes.
read my fortune?
Sure. Give me your hands.
And Hummel will put out their hands.
Riz will take something out of their pocket and put it down on there, and there's a bunch of these stones on your hands now. And they'll hover their hand over these stones and close their eyes, and they'll use all of their fate points.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Alright.
Your time has passed, but yet here you are, living through the life of another. You may yet find what you seek, but understand that you borrow time even now. There is hope for you, though. A second chance. You just need to take it.
Ooh, mysterious.
And Riz, with your palms up, will flip over very specific, the rocks very specifically, and they'll point to each one and try to explain what each rune means, but I'm not sure if Hummel's actually listening to that part. And this one needs protection, and this one needs force. And Riz will take the stones and put it in a pouch. There you go.
That was a lot better than last time.
Last time?
Oh yeah, I had someone trying to tell my fortune. They just kind of took all my money.
Oh, speaking of which,
Oh, right. And I'll give you a gold.
you're a good person, Hummel.
There's a lot more in here before.
Oh, yes, you paid me earlier for Vera's owing of paying me for working for all of you.
Oh, they're still paying you?
They should be.
Oh.
Why? Was that a lie?
Well, I thought you were just coming along.
No, I'm coming for payment. Obviously. They look away, scratching their cheek a little bit.
I need to find some more gold. Anyways.
Is this rosemary?
Yes, and time. I always like putting time in things. What?
Sorry.
Whew, that was good. That was a good one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vera will, or Hummel will go to their room.
The food can be here in the morning, Petravian. You don't actually have to eat the whole thing. I anticipated more people to be here.
Yes, but do you know how often it is to have a really tasty meal?
I literally make dinner, every time we are here.
I know, but you never know when we might be jaunting off into the Deadlands again.
Yes, and we had rope trick last time. I don't...
It's just something that I learned when we were... Well...
Listen, when you travel with reason, you travel in comfort. Just don't touch my fucking horse.
Oh my god, the bed is so soft.
You're welcome!
Petravian looks over at his room, over to Hummel's.
Well?
Petravian goes over to Hummel's room.
Good night, Petravian. Make good choices.
Oh no.
Riz is cleaning up the place while you leave. Alright. So, anything else for the night?
Yep. Any other actions that he taken?
Unless Petra says anything, I think they're just going to sleep.
Yep.
Sleep and cuddle?
Yep. Sleep and
Netflix
cuddle.
chill?
Yep. Vardo and chill.
I had a thing that I was going to do, but I don't want to. It was going to be in a secret room because it's still involving some secret information.
Go for
I
it.
don't want to make this middle night take too long. All right. So Lovette's spending the evening with Moira. I imagine probably getting a home cooked meal of her own, and probably just venting to her about the business and stuff and the Deadlands and stuff. But at one point, the thing that I wanted to cover is that she's going to ask, Myla, are you happy that you're alive? This version of you, this body.
Of course I'm happy to be alive. Why wouldn't I be?
God. Because I wasn't sure if Malchus was happy that he was alive, and it's a similar existence.
I don't understand what you mean, but whatever you say.
Well, there was a family that my actions have broken, and I want to fix it. But I'm worried I'm going to make something that doesn't want to exist.
You don't need to worry about me. We're together again, and that's what's important. How are your new friends?
I am good. They are kind people. They are a little bit broken like me.
I suppose that's part of life, isn't it?
I suppose so. I think I know what I have to do now, Myla. Thank you.
What's that?
I'm going to fix what I broke. I'm going to have to remend it, and I'm going to have to maybe make it a bit of a deception to do it. But I think that boy deserves a father. Okay, well, that's all I really wanted to cover.
Okay. Just cryptic enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that I don't fuck up stuff you had planned between seasons as the scope progresses.
You think I have stuff planned between seasons?
Well, if not, I mean, that works out then. The
No,
stuff
you're
that
fine.
we already talked about was a little bit already.
No, I've got a reasonable amount of stuff planned, but the idea is that everything is mutable. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So,
Cool.
You guys all tuck in for the night,
Mm-hmm.
and Petravian, you have a very vivid dream.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
So you while you're laying in a very comfortable bed,
Mm-hmm.
arm wrapped around the person you're sleeping there with,
Oh.
but in your mind, you find yourself in a blank space.
Ooh. A void? Oh boy. Am I in like a blank void? So
Yeah, you find yourself in a blank void, and you're standing there for a moment. At first, not sure if you're dreaming or not, because you don't. If you're dreaming, this is maybe the most boring dream you could ever conceive of, because it's just you and then nothingness in all directions. And at first, you're like just about to start to question what's going on, and then you hear a voice.
Hey, Petra.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Doing good thus far.
Yeah, you sure are taking your sweet time, aren't you?
We just started.
I
and
see you've been very distracted with things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've got a couple of questions for you, actually.
Okay.
How does it feel just being a replacement for these people that they cared so much more immensely about? Does that bother you at all? Because I feel like it should. It should a little bit. Because in reality, they're just kind of having you around because they have to, if you think about it. Because they were told to.
No, they're...
No. No, they don't. And your new little friends? They don't know better. They'll find out that you are just a, lollygagging piece of trash that can only obey people in reality.
Lies.
Lies? I think not. And I think you'll see, in time. They're just using you. After all, how was it that Lovette put it? You're just a cudgel, in the end.
Who are you?
Why, I'm your friend. Obviously. the only one who cared. After all, you're marked by me.
Soul would never talk to me this way.
Oh? I don't know. I've been away for quite a while and, I kinda need the ball moving on things. If you don't think it's me, prove it. Ask me any question. I have an answer to it.
What did I try to give Karis?
A kiss. And then you... What?
Wrong.
You did, and it sucked, and you fell down on the ground, and then Vera punched you, remember?
What else did I try to give Karis?
I don't know. What, you think I'm gonna pay attention to everything you did to hurt my sister's feelings?
I don't know what Ish has done to you, but this is not the soul that I know.
Maybe you can fix that by having people worship me and just, stop listening to everyone other than me.
Now, why would I go and do that?
Because I own you. And the figure will dissipate.
The blank void in all directions begins to become unstable, and you wake up the next morning. All right.
Cold sweat.
I'm back.
All right.
Welcome back.
All right.
That would be a. Do you want to
Dawn comes the next day. It is now the 2nd of May, 8 a.m.
Nice rhymes right there.
Mm-hmm.
A poet and didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
You too, Petravian and Hummel, hear a knock on your door in the morning.
Petravian is in a bit of a sweat.
Ew.
You.
Oh my.
Hummel's just drooling off the side of the bed.
Coming. Petravian gets up and heads to the door. Yes?
Riz just has 2 plates of what seems like Parthenese toast. At least what you would consider close enough to it. Like, just gesture the plates at you two.
Aw, thank you.
Sweet fried bread.
Soaked in egg.
Mmm.
You can either come out or you can eat in there. Don't fucking care.
Thank you so
Just-
much.
Make sure you're clean when you get out. And Riz looks at your sweaty ass body.
I didn't know Petra could sweat.
It's an emotional thing, so it would be a.
They're not fully made out of rock.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't know where the line is drawn. I guess it makes sense, because I figured he probably has, saliva.
And pores.
But I didn't think he had pores, that's why.
Rocks
Because I
can
figured,
be very porous.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, they can.
Yeah.
Hummel is still trying to figure out if Petra's skin is the only thing that's rock hard.
Oh my god, Kyle.
Wow.
I mean,
Laying
maybe.
it all out.
Pun damage?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I choose to not enforce it in that case.
I want to throw up. Alright. So Riz will have breakfast with themselves at the table otherwise.
All right.
Petravian hops back into bed, crisscross applesauce, and nudges Hummel. Breakfast. Oh, come on, it looks delicious. Parthenese toast.
Okay. Just weekly grab at the plate.
No.
Put the blanket over them as they eat it.
Ew. You're gonna get it messy.
Crumbs in the bed. That's how you get ants.
It'll be thrown out when the spell ends. Wait, is it this little spell?
It'll be fine.
I'll smoke the ants out later.
Nom, nom, nom. Oh, did you sleep well?
I slept fantastically. It's so nice having you here, Petrie.
Petra puts their hand on Hummel's shoulder.
Which one?
Well, it just whichever. You said you're under the covers?
Yes.
The left one.
Ow!
Forgets every time.
Shit. I'm
No, it's
so
fine.
sorry.
It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Bear should really have this checked out.
Maybe we could. Maybe a detour while we're traveling around in there.
I think that's more of Vera's concern, to be honest.
True.
I don't want to be showcasing burns to everyone I can see. You know?
Your and my concern is having a good time today in the Holy City.
Well, that's going to be a given. If it's with
Aw.
you, I'm sure it will be.
Aw.
You hear from the other room, 10 more minutes and this place is going to spit you out.
Oh shit. Okay, I have to get all my armor on before I get spit out naked outside.
You actually have just enough time.
Yeah,
10
right?
minutes is
Yeah.
all it takes.
Buckle, 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 buckle.
It's a good thing that was a lie. Bruce just wants to get on the road.
Yeah, so I guess Vera and Petravian are both quickly putting on armor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you both don your armor after scarfing down food, and within a few moments, you are outside the Vardo and rejoining the rest of the group. You find that Archie was sitting outside of the carriage, sort of standing guard over Kurla.
And Lovette's out there already by the time you guys are probably out. She showed up early morning.
Right.
She did not want to she didn't want to show up too late when you're all gone.
Ah, Lovette. Are you ready to go?
Okay, else. Let's move.
Right. You gonna be riding with Riz again?
Riz is already on the seat. It seems that they
Yeah.
might be excited.
Well, Lovette will hop up with Riz.
I pat Petravian on the pauldron.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. You want to drive or do you want me to drive?
I'm good to drive right now.
And I'm going to just pop one muse.
All right, 3 left.
We're going to a city.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much gold either.
God
God damn it. Oh wait, no, we have stuff to sell though. So
True.
Also, you got a rich friend. If you just gotta tell them that you're partying.
That's true.
oh my god, we should have a fucking drug party.
Absolutely.
Invite that dragon who you bribed with porn and drugs and alcohol.
I don't think that dragon likes us.
oh, okay.
The crystal dragon does not like us.
The blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah.
I wanted you guys to put that image in there for him for like a second.
All right, so in that case, the party is going to head on the road toward the Holy City. Within a few hours, right around noon, you guys will arrive in town. Alrighty, and you arrive in from the southern road. So, it is a very large city, sprawling quite a distance ahead of you here, and it is teeming with life.
Well, I've got stuff to do, but I figured see things.
Use enough of those?
Yeah.
There we go.
Right?
That's better.
Hummel likes to party, damn.
I die on the spot.
Oh, whoops. Jeez.
It's the dangers of drug use. Gotta be careful, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As we're driving through, Petra's pointing out all the things.
Yeah, we're probably like looking at all the different shops, different eateries,
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot.
All right. So where are these two vehicles? What is your destination? Are you riding up toward Malefer's Temple, or are you going somewhere else?
Oh, we'll stop.
Yeah, well, that's kind of
Yeah, we probably should stop at Malefer's Temple first.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, that's going to take you through the majority of the city. So that'll take you up the southern road, across the southern part of the Temple District, and then north up into the northern kind of slum area. I shouldn't really call it slums. It's not really slums, technically. It's just sort of smaller houses. Where the Maleferan cult has purchased a block of buildings and constructed a kind of makeshift temple / alms house, if you want to call it that. Basically sort of an open public house.
And if you went over more that way, that's where they fought a vampire. Apparently that's also where Karis was.
Who's Karis? Oh wait, I'm not. Are we still in the wagons and stuff?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I don't think you were there for that, right, Petrie?
No, I came into this far afterwards.
What?
Wow! Oh, wow! Wow!
Look, there's a lot of like innuendos.
Innuendos?
Yeah.
Oh no!
This episode.
Boy!
Oh no. All
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll pull up to the Maleferan Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get out. And do I see Reduvi there?
You, not immediately, but as soon as you arrive, some of the people working at the temple are going to welcome you, and the rest of the party, of course. And within a few moments, Reduvi's there.
Ah, there you are.
Hi!
Are you doing all right?
And I'll, like, pick up Reduvi and give her a hug.
She hugs you very tightly. I'm doing fine. I mean, this is not exactly like the coolest place ever, but, you know, it's fine.
It'll get there.
There's a
We're
lot of
still
stuff to see, though. I've been sneaking away and looking at parts of the city when
What have you
I
seen?
can. There was this place where these people were eating this stuff, and then they would say funny things.
All right.
Like what kind of stuff and what kind of things?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's accurate.
I don't know what I
that's accurate.
expected.
Good conversation. Did you see any other temples?
Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch of them in the middle of the town.
Yeah, that's a temple district.
But those guards aren't as cool, so I
That's
didn't
true.
even really want to go to them too much. They have really big temples, though. I wonder if that's because the gods aren't very good, so they have to make the temple extra good for the god, because the god's not really worth it.
That could be one way to think of it.
I wouldn't go on saying that.
Why?
Or it's just because people get mad if you say things like that.
Why?
They just don't think things through well. It's a them problem, it's not a you problem.
I bought
Why?
flowers for you. And Riz will take out this tiny bushel of little tiny yellow flowers. It is like your name. They are Rue. And they'll hand them to Reduvi.
There, what?
The Rue.
Rue?
R-U-E. It's
Yeah.
a type of flower.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's a little yellow flower. I found
Thank
them
you.
one
These
way.
are really nice.
Yes, they are, aren't they? How is Mr. Chompy?
Mr. Chompy's really good. He's napping right now.
Oh, he is. Well, I will be quiet then. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. He goes to sleep after he eats stuff.
What did he eat today?
He ate a building and
Mhm.
a cow
Wow.
and a wagon and a temple.
Which
Yeah.
one?
One of the big ones.
Okay, cool. Sounds exciting.
But it made him really tired, so he's sleeping.
Well, he needs his rest so he can eat more temples, no? Exactly. Alright.
But not this one, because I sleep here right now, so
Yes,
I don't
that-
want him to eat this one.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Riz will just wink at her and step back happily.
Well, are you hungry?
What?
We know that Mr. Chompy's eaten. Have you eaten?
Not yet.
Why don't you come with us? We can get
Okay.
something.
She runs up and takes your hand.
I will, I don't exactly know this place. Where is eating and where is all the god stuff?
Where would we go about getting a map for this place?
Just a quick interruption. On the way in, Riz,
Yeah.
you would have driven past the temple district.
Okay, gotcha.
So you would have seen like this enormous section of various temples that all looked kind of unique and
Alright,
and
scratch
special.
that, my bad.
That's okay. But yeah, you would have driven past that, so I don't know if you wanted to.
Okay. Is the food near all the temples?
Well, hold up, what about installing the power to the items? Isn't that what you're here for?
Well, we can eat still.
Yeah.
I thought we were here for child.
We're here.
Yeah,
for
you're
a
here
lot
for
of
me, right?
reasons.
Of course!
Of course. We had to make sure you're all right.
Yeah.
Chris puts up a hand for Hummel to high five.
Oh, high fives.
Children.
He's going
Yeah.
home.
The biggest problem right now is getting food in that tummy.
And maybe see a couple of deities on the way, or after. It's whatever's convenient. I'm going to leave at some point to go look.
Fine with me. We're going to be busy, so.
Huh.
Come on, let's go.
And we'll find a like bar, tavern, or something on the way, like between here and the temple district.
Cool.
Okay, I have some shopping I'd like to do as well, but I'm willing to be patient on it.
Okay.
I just thought I'd make that clear before we move ahead.
Awesome.
I've got a couple of things for Kurla to do as well, but it's minor shopping, so that can also
Excellent.
also wait.
So, any other activities you guys want to do, or what is the party's plan, I should say? What are you guys after now?
I got a quick purchase I'm going to make, and I'm going to grab Kurla for that.
Oh.
Okay.
It's probably in the same direction since you said you're also looking to grab materials.
Yes. Alright.
Alright, Kurla, I'm going to need some help because I'm looking to buy Archie some things and it's more than I can carry. Are you going to help me?
Right, sure. I'll be your pack mule, apparently.
Oh, cool, great. I can't have Archie see it yet because it's a prize for him until we
Right,
get it assembled.
That's fair enough. I'll go with them.
Alright. So I would like to purchase some planks of wood and some canvas, like 40 square feet probably of each, and some paints. Whatever
Okay.
paints I can get my hand on. And probably a broom, because I don't think a paintbrush... I think that would be a paintbrush for him right now.
Alrighty. You already agreed upon the cost for that. So you go to a couple of various stores, and you're able to purchase everything that you're after.
Kurla will help you carry that because Kurla had thoughts along the same line. They were going to pick up an Archie-sized amount of modeling clay, along with a card and a box and wrapping paper and all of that.
So you go to a potter, and you're able to buy a lot of clay from them.
That is very pleased about that, and probably get like fairly. If you let her, without even really thinking about it, she'll get kind of personally invested in and like choices and stuff. Like be like, oh no, that looks like nicer clay. His hands are not. Sometimes he does quick motions. We want something that can withstand it.
Right, so what stuff that hasn't dried out too much. You don't
Right,
want it to get.
yeah.
We want a good water content. That looks like newer stuff there. So, and probably some. Whatever you use for pigmentation to make the clay a little bit more colourful if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blood.
I mean, we
I
all
slice
get
open
plenty
the
of that.
shopkeep.
Anyway, I'll
so I
get
said-
enough wrapping paper to share it with Lovette for wrapping up their stuff if they want to.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to add additional colors, just add a 1 gold for each color dye you want to purchase.
That's fine. In that case, I'll do the full Richard of York gave battle in vain, the full Roijibiv, the full rainbow.
Is that the same for me, or is it what was included for what I bought?
And yours is the same price.
Okay.
Unless you're changing what you're buying. Like what were you adding?
I'm just wondering, I didn't know how many paints were included with what you listed for a price for me. I just said as many paints as I could afford. I have no idea how rare or expensive those would be.
No, there's relatively cheap dyes available.
Okay.
Pretty much because of magic.
Yeah.
Because magic, dyes are cheap. There's not, dyes are not as excessively rare and crazy as they were realistically.
grab myself some Presidium Purple. But yeah, I guess I'll probably toss in like another 7 gold to get him a bunch of paints.
Did you say Presidium purple?
Presidium purple.
It's magenta.
Well, look, the point was that it's not a fucking alliteration. Presidium magenta is not an alliteration. That's not.
It's made from the dye of our flowering tree in our backyard.
Did you say purple? Purple doesn't exist.
Oh, I've had a teacher do that to me.
It's violent.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I tell you what, too.
Ooh, shots fired.
You know what? As particular as they are about it, I'm willing to believe that people outside of the city would then just rebrand it as Presidium Purple.
Why
Just
would they
because-
ship that?
Because
Sorry. I don't know what Karis has done, but...
They just marketed your.
Yeah, I don't know why she would do that.
Turned Presidium into like a tourist trap.
Remember,
Oh.
before this, there was just like diplomats. The only
Yeah.
trading that happened in the Emerald Forest.
Now you go there and it's like Dollywood.
Oh my god. I trust Karis more than that.
Or even worse, Pigeon Forge?
Kurla is also going to nip into, I guess, a shop that would be nearby to pick up the other item that they were looking for, Beardy, that we talked about, that will appear
Okay,
later.
that's fine.
And I guess they'll be chatting with Lovette as well. They'll be kind of geeking out over getting stuff for Archie. So, what was that you were saying the other night about? Me and smelling you or something? I didn't quite understand. I was not quite myself that night, and I don't quite understand what you were on about.
I assume so. I don't imagine that's something you would have said. Were you inebriated? I just remember waking up and hearing you say something about me smelling different when I'm awake.
Right, no, I have absolutely no recollection of that, and I don't believe that's something I've done.
Well, I don't take any offense to it's unusual, but I don't. I take it in good faith that it's not something that you're saying
I'm
maliciously.
fairly
or
sure I'm
anything.
not saying it at all. Are you quite sure you weren't dreaming still?
Well,
Right.
no, that would be a weird
Right,
thing
it
to
fucking
think
well
about.
would be.
Like, what are you trying this about me now? Like, no.
I'm just saying, it's... I don't take interest in people in that way, ever. It's just...
Okay, I didn't assume
would hope
anything
not.
from it. Okay.
I mean, don't flatter yourself there.
Oh!
Kurla's going to say that with a grin and a
Alright.
wink.
Okay.
That was them trying to joke for the first
Oh.
time in a while. But seriously, I'm not in. That's never been a thing of mine. I don't do that. I don't get close to people in that way. I don't form those kind of bonds. So
Like Vera, I understand. Well, then we might have to talk to Elysian about if stowaways are possible.
something just odd is going on with that place. So
Yeah.
I have to talk to Rez anyway. So we should run that by them.
Yeah.
At least Archie will be pleased with all of this.
I think you will be. I'm very excited.
All right.
So
So,
then-
the two of you make your way back to wherever it was you were.
We were heading off to lunch.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't have a destination picked out for lunch.
No, we're
so-
just shifting over
uh,
to the other part of the group, really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in that case, the two of you finish your shopping, and we will zoom back over to a small restaurant.
What's it called?
Yeah, what's it called?
Motherfuckers.
Deadlands Bar and Grill.
Paint me a picture.
What a wonderful place. What's this place called?
Who's the proprietor? Tell me their life story.
What's he like?
Do you have a picture for him?
Do
The
they have any
temple-
kids?
I think it's called the Temple Cafe.
What a contrived, shitty name.
I don't come up with these things. It's right there. But the food's great. Yum,
I
yum,
feel like
yum.
we're going to regret this. I feel like we're poking the bear slightly on this.
This is how
Right.
Detlef came to be.
Mhm.
So,
All right. In that case, the name of the restaurant is Lemongrass.
Love me some lemongrass.
You go inside and you find it to be a lovely little sort of lunch place, a little bistro almost, a little cafe. And it seems that they specialize in imported food.
Ooh, yum.
all right. So, who's all there? Is it just... did
it's-
Riz go with us?
Yeah, Riz is with you guys.
Yeah, so it's Riz, Radubi, Hummel, and Petra.
And of course, Raduvi has chicky nuggies.
You've just decided this for her.
Of course,
This
they're
looks like a lot like that person who's in the statue in
Yikes.
Wittingen.
Oof.
So, was his hair always that long? Just never cut it?
Oh, they didn't have much time to really do any of the like beautifying bathing thing. Only once in a while.
Gotcha. And the, was that a bathrobe?
Yes,
Oh,
I think.
this world is so interesting. Fascinating. Really fascinating.
How you doing, Skrewy?
Seething. Though I will say yes, I actually specifically said bathrobe, like in his descriptor.
Yes.
Yep.
So, here's the thing: is that we need to find out what we can do about these items now that we're here.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, Petrie, you and I, we should go to the library.
Agreed.
I think if we find maybe a divine artifact, maybe if we utilize the mellifluent honey, we could find some way to like
Siphon it
transfer to the other items.
Riz raises their hand.
Yeah.
I could also look around the religious area and see if any high priest there, so I could contact for
off.
energy,
Ooh,
perhaps.
that's a great idea.
All
Because
right.
I'm going there anyway, so I might as well help out in a small way.
I mean, if you can do that, I don't really know much about how that works, about them transferring.
Make a sacrifice, give blood, plant a tree.
I think we're kind of going around the not sacrifice route right now.
It was joke.
Oh,
You can do things to worship gods that are sacred. You know that, right?
well, yeah, that's what we're doing now.
But with some bloodletting. Okay.
Well, if it doesn't hurt them.
Ooh.
Riz picks
What?
at their sleeve and pulls this ringed area on their middle finger up and pulls their sleeve back, and you see cuts on their arm. See? It is fine. I take care of it, not other people.
Don't worry, Petrie. You haven't really seen like the transfer process. There's actually a way for people who decide that maybe the hive isn't necessarily their thing, but they've already taken so much power from Mellifera. There's
Mhm.
a transfer process that we can do. That
Oh.
it's totally fine. Let's say that Vera wanted to. It's funny if Vera wanted to actually move out of the hive, but they could basically transfer their blood, and since the blood contains those blessings that have been given by Mellifera, if we drain enough of it till we get enough, they would basically be fine, and all that energy will be returned to Mellifera. Once again, they'd be healthy. It's fine. You have a cleric there, or someone who can heal.
And it doesn't need to be from a. But the blessings don't necessarily need to be from Mellifera, right?
Oh, I'm talking about for like bloodletting. If someone was leaving the hive, it's a thing that
okay.
it's able to be done.
Huh.
It's a small ritual.
Neat.
So, other people can't worship more than Mellifera?
Oh no, they can.
They can.
Yes, but if someone, for some reason, decides that they don't want to be part of the hive anymore,
And they
Good.
have this power that they took?
well, the Mellifera honey has a way of, once consumed, will transfer part of the basically worshipped energy that has gone into Mellifera and will be absorbed into the consumer.
Do you have to have this power if you worship her?
Do you have to have the power if you worship her?
Do you have to consume this power?
No. What happens is you just have everyone has a small portion. It brings about a better feeling of community when you consume it.
Riz is nodding.
But we're not about people taking and then... We don't want people to just take things for free, you know? We have to have some way to have it so people will actually stay with us rather than using us for the power that we've accrued.
Riz leans forward to you. This is first elder being that I've ever heard of that is not selfish. It is good. I hope it goes well, you know?
Me too. Otherwise, I don't know how long I'll be here if it doesn't.
Humble kind of just like rubs their hands.
What
Petra-
with being in the afterlife and all.
Petra puts his hands on top of Hummel's hands. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, we will. Whew, right.
Remember fortune. Remember...
Chisel.
Fuck you. It ends with an L. Remember the fortune, Hummel. It's good.
Right. Alright. How are your nuggets?
Yum. Yum, yum. Yum, yum.
I
see
see you have
Ruby's-
taught Mr. Chompy all of his skills.
Like, she's playing with Mr. Chompy and like playing like he's eating the nuggets and then like passing them into her own mouth. Yum, 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 yum.
I whispered to Petra.
I thought Mr. Chompy was full.
I thought Mr. Chompy was left to sleep.
They're both?
The canonicity of this.
What you guys don't realize is Mr. Chompy is her Eidolon. She
She's secretly a summoner.
Now, the Mr. Chompy was sleeping. That's true, but Mr. Chompy was sleeping like in her pocket.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like a hammock.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would Reduvi want to come to the library with us? Would it be? Should they go back? Should they be hang out at the temple?
Well, we'll ask Reduvi. Sister, what'd you like to do?
I don't know. I just had a bunch of good food though.
That's good. Unless, Riz, do you want to show...
Riz makes a very... Their face kind of looks a little fearful, and they make a gesture with their hand across their neck as if to symbolize no.
You be interested in bringing Reduvi back to the Mellifera temple?
Of course I would. It would be a pleasure for me.
So what do you want to do, sister? It might be kind of boring. We're just going to be reading in the library.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back to the temple then.
We'll see you later, okay?
I will safely take you there. Row.
Your face. Is like,
I'm sorry, I hate kids so much. I'm trying my best here.
If Petra and Hebel were about to leave, Petra would be standing up, lean over, give a kiss on top of Reduvi's head.
Oh, thank you.
Be good for
Bye, brother.
Have fun today.
Well, let's go back to the temple. You and Mr.
Okay.
Chompy need to destroy
Yeah.
more temples on our way, yes?
Okay.
Okay! Riz will hold out their hand and then retract it for a second and then look like they're debating and then hold their hand out for her again.
She grabs your hand and the two of you can depart the restaurant.
Yeah, I take her back to the temple.
Petra looks
All right.
wistful.
Travel to the northwest. What's the rest of the party doing?
all
Well, Petra and Hummel, I think, while they're on their own, I think they're gonna first head off to the library.
Nothing says romantic like hanging out with D-Liv.
Hey, the romantic stuff happens later in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before that, I think Hummel will stop by the market district. He's going to stop by the general store and pick up some new clothes.
Okay.
And
Likewise, Petra's gonna swing into the armor shop and and put in a quick order for. He's gonna sketch out something on a piece of paper and put in a quick order for an armor shop because it's probably gonna take a little bit, and swing by later on and grab it.
All right. So I think Hummel will probably meet up with Petravian at the armor shop, and what they'll be wearing at that point is these finer garments. Like they have these nice, more regal pants, this yellow dyed like tunic that's covered by a nice kind of leather black vest. And are ties a thing here or no?
They can be, yeah.
I'll have a tie too.
Nice.
Okay.
Very like androgynous kind of nice attire.
Sharp.
Thank you. I just had to get out of the armor because we're in a city. We're not fighting people.
Tempting fate.
What? Yes, but well, I mean, Petra goes clang clang.
Where's the trolley?
You alright over here?
Yeah.
What's up?
You're giving me angina.
I was caught unawares once.
Just the once?
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No. No. It means you're part of the group. And I love you for it. I was caught unawares once, and I'm never gonna have that happen again.
Oh, see it yourself. You look nice either way.
Aww.
Oh, shall we make our way to the library? Where did the others go? They were over here.
Alright, I look around to just a generalized scan, just to see if I could find the other two. What would that be?
Yeah, I think we're probably done by this point, and all the shops are in the same general area.
Maybe loading up.
Well, they're going to the library.
They had run by the shops.
Well, we did our shopping.
We're in the market district right now.
Yeah, we're in the market district at the moment.
We'll probably see with
Oh, you guys did
a
that
bunch
before.
of wrapped up supplies then.
Heading back to the temple. All right.
I'd have Archie go with Reduvi wherever she's going.
With Riz.
With Riz right now, but I just tell him to follow her around because A, the small child probably needs someone to protect them in the city just to be safe. And B, I figure they'd probably get along. Well, she didn't know that Riz was going to go with it. She's just saying...
Literally, Hummel was like, you go, Riz, and we took them together.
Oh no, but Lovette
wasn't there.
Okay.
She just, when she left the temple, she was like, oh, okay, regardless of if someone else is accompanying Reduvi, you just be there. And I imagine they probably get along.
They can destroy temples together.
Yeah, I want him to not know about his surprise, so I had to give him a distraction, too. That's the other thing.
Okay.
A point of clarification: was it in the Holy City or in Hartenshin that Marcus's tree was?
Hartenshin.
It is in Hartenshin.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I keep forgetting that.
Couldn't remember.
Kasiva did it for us.
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay. So from here to the library.
All right.
Well, like I asked, do we see the two?
Yeah. You can link up with them if you want.
Okay.
So Hummel will wave down Kurla and Lovette.
Oh, hi.
Hey, alright, so Petrie and I are both going to the library to do some research.
Hold this.
I hold this.
Hi.
What is it?
Paint buckets.
Thank you, my arms are getting exhausted.
I was holding them with the mechanical arms.
Kurla just glares at this since they're holding, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You got a project?
Not yet. It is a prize for Archie's birthday.
almost Archie's birthday?
Yes.
What are you making?
Well, we're giving him surprise to make things of his own.
Oh. Oh, like the snowman he was making.
Yes.
Ah. That'll be nice. He'll enjoy that.
Wait, what were you saying?
Oh. So, we're going to the library because we're trying to find some kind of artifacts, maybe, and that we can transfer the energy to the used up, drained artifacts from Malifra.
Well, sure, I'm always down to go to the library.
That's right, you're really good at reading.
Oh. Blush a little bit.
And also, my attire is actually kind of close to Lovette's in a way, just with the vested garment.
Mhm.
Very close to like the corset look.
Looking sharp, by the way.
Thank you. I'm going to be on a date later, so I have to look nice.
Good luck.
Did you?
Don't do
Thank
anything
you.
that would get Vera to kill either of you.
Of course not.
Did you use Vera's money to buy that?
It's the highest money.
Right, so that's a yes then.
I mean, she does subscribe to that. That's kind of a argument now.
I'm actually running really low, though. Riz took a bunch of money before.
Oh,
So-
I heard about that. That's true.
It just kinda happened.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh well. Is Vera around? The bee around?
Yes. Vera will fly around onto like Lovette's
Yeah,
shoulder.
it's just like the buzzing just gets her more tense.
Can I do a perception check just to see, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off Vera the bee is? Or would that be a, animal handling skill?
Sense motive.
Sense motive, okay. May I? Is that cool, Fudge?
For sure.
I'm gonna roll that as well because I'm curious to see how ticked off they are.
That is a 29 from Kurla.
And that is a 4.
So,
It's a B.
so Petravian, yes, you see a bee has landed on Lovette's shoulder. Kurla, it maybe looks a bit agitated, but you wouldn't say that it's nearly like any percentage of like a upset scale that you've seen with Vera in the bee form before.
Okay.
So you'd think probably just annoyed.
So they've calmed down a bit.
Yes.
Cool.
Actually, we have a bunch of stuff to sell, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? After we finish with the library, we should probably sell the stuff we got from the Deadlands, because I'm, like I said, I'm really low, and I don't want Vera to come with completely empty pockets.
Sounds good to me.
So what are you guys going to do? Lovette, you said you'd come with us?
You're muted, by the way.
Of course. I want to unload these things first, of course, because I don't want to carry them all around town.
Alright, I'll help you move them quick. Kurla, are you up for anything?
I just really don't want to be on my own in this city, that's all, sir. If you're going to the library, I'm fine with that.
Alright.
So then we will make our way. Are we going back to the temple first, and then going to
Wherever the carts are, unload all the stuff, and then go to the library.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Okay. So you return to the carts, which are over by the Maleficent Temple, which gives you a chance to link back up with Riz if you should so choose.
No, probably.
Please in,
We probably don't,
Oh, no.
since we're trying to avoid Archie and stuff.
Okay.
I suppose it's true.
So when I go back to the Malifera Temple, does Archie just stay with Reduvia then?
Yeah.
Yeah, Archie was instructed to protect Reduvia.
Okay.
Protect and play with, if so inclined.
Yeah.
Alright.
Besides, they're like the same age.
So we make our way to the library then.
Okay.
Riz isn't going to the library.
Correct.
So
Okay. So where's Riz going when everyone else goes to the library?
the Temple District.
Okay.
They're going to start from the bottom. They're going to start with all the evil deities, the major ones, and work their way up to the good. So Eden being the last one, they
Yeah.
worship.
I'm just imagining a slideshow.
Just a montage.
Yeah. Of just...
Here's some bloodletting. Stab. Alright, plant a tree. They'll try to sell fortunes at the Symphonia Temple, though.
Nice.
Amphitheater.
Mhm.
You know.
You're outside the concert.
Yeah. Just be like,
Selling-
so,
selling
who would
merch.
like fortunes? Good fortunes for good singing, yes.
Also, somehow you have water bottles.
I'm just imagining in this montage, they're at the Esmosophiles temple doing the devil horns, and then it cuts to them at Symphonia's amphitheater still doing the devil horns, but like headbanging.
I just love that they're the merch stand.
Yeah, that too. Fortunes! Fortunes!
T-shirts.
Riz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Alright, so the rest of you walk up to a rather large library and head inside. What are you looking for today?
All right. So, at least what Hummel's looking for is they're looking for books about potential, maybe legendary artifacts, things around Vil or its neighboring countries that have to do with ancient runes, ancient deities, or pretty much anything that could lead to basically lost quote-unquote treasure of the divine nature.
Okay.
So basically they're looking for keywords about artifacts of divine nature.
Mm-hmm.
Petra, as we're rolling through the library, he is going to inquire from, I'm guessing, the librarian, where he could look up crests and battle, I'm guessing battle standards or that kind of stuff. House crests, maybe, to locate he takes out the piece of paper that has the drawing on it, and he shows the librarian, I'm trying to find what this symbol might be from.
Well, that's a really interesting symbol.
Yeah! Yay!
Outstanding.
Did you draw that yourself?
I did. I saw it on. It was.
Holy shit.
I saw it sort of on the shape of a gauntlet. It was on the back of it, and I thought it might have some sort of importance.
It could be a house crest, maybe.
Yeah.
I've seen things like that before. So, there's some reference books over in this wing. The librarian will take you over to an area where there's like noble house histories.
Perfect.
It's not very talking.
Familiar area for me.
And then the librarian will come over and ask Hummel, and what are you looking for today?
Do you have anything about lost artifacts, maybe? Legendary artifacts that have never been found?
Oh, of course. There's lots of stories about that. Why, if I had a silver piece for every time someone had a story about a lost artifact or some sort of hidden treasure, why, I'd have quite a lot of silver pieces.
Well, could you point some of those out for me?
Well, sure.
Maybe. Thank you so much.
And, the librarian will happily lead you over to a whole section on like lost and hidden treasures, most of which you think are probably works of fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Check this one out. This is my personal favorite. And the librarian will take a book out and hand it to you.
I'll take it, and what is it?
Give me about 5 seconds. I need to get the proper name here. Oh boy. Let's see. Hey Keni,
Yeah, what's up, fam?
can you pronounce that?
Le Triomphe de la Mort.
Those
Yeah.
Parthenese.
That's it. So it's a it's a Parthenian legend. It is about a very particularly powerful holy sword that was destroyed and its pieces scattered. The legend is if they can ever be reunited, it's like the most powerful sword ever.
Was this a real sword?
Well, I'd like to think so.
So where did it say this was lost? Does it say in the text that these things were? Also, I'll use tongues so I can read it.
Yeah, basically, it's a really old legend, and it sounds like they're just sort of like scattered to the winds.
Okay.
So there's no real indication where any of them would actually be. It reads almost more like a children's story than
There's
an
no,
actual guide how to put it back together, right?
It sounds like something that's just been told forever and isn't like in any way scholarly.
No, it's not. It's in no way scholarly at all.
You know what? This is a really fun one. But do you have something more scholarly, something more boring, maybe?
I don't usually recommend boring books to people, but to each their own, I suppose.
Well, we just need more clues. If it's something by someone who's more scholarly, it's going to be something more, hopefully, tangible. You know?
I mean, these are mostly legends.
Do you have anything about the histories of any of the religions here? Maybe they'll have something in there.
Oh, sure.
Lost artifacts.
But most of those temples have their own libraries inside them to, for their own people to study. So we have some of those books, but you might have more luck checking those temples individually.
All right.
Sorry, friend.
No, you did wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here for now. How have you been doing, by the way? Been keeping busy?
Oh, of course. There's always things to do around here. We've got lots of people coming in and checking out books and learning things and just enjoying the world.
Well, that is just wonderful. Well, maybe I'll stop by again tomorrow. But for now, I'll just keep reading these.
Well, sure. Enjoy.
Thank you.
The librarian walks off.
Not even gonna give him a name.
Yep. All right. Anything else you wanted to search for in the library?
Oh, I was just saying, did I locate the symbol? Did I make a match?
So what are you looking for specifically? What's the symbol?
The symbol that I scribbled on from the back of Vera's scar.
Oh, I see. Okay. In that case, make a knowledge nobility check.
Ooh.
With a +5.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
I was rooting for you too, buddy.
Ah, god damn it.
Oh, that would have been good. That would have been such a good reveal. Oh well.
That was a 13
Yeah, 13 for those at home. Yeah, so you search through and you're flipping through these books of noble houses, and without any real way to search for what this is, you're just kind of going to this house, and then there'll be an illustration of their house symbol.
Yep.
You're like, nope, not it, and you skip to the next one. Nope, not it, you skip to the next one. And that's pretty much what you've done with a wall of books. And
Nothing.
after a certain amount of time, you just kind of get bored of this, because it just seems like you're not getting anywhere.
Yep.
While this is going on, Kurla is also looking into a couple of things, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
They're not going to be looking into their own stuff, because I feel like they will have done that on their last trip, and they're trying to avoid that as much as possible this time around. So they are going to be looking into Riz. They're going to be trying to figure out what Riz's deal is, and as kind of part A, and part B is looking into Riz's curse. So those are going to be the two kind of twin topics that they are investigating in the library.
Okay, so let's sort of focus on the first one then first. So what's your specific question? You were trying to find out what Riz is?
I guess they're looking into beings that match Riz's kind of description, or other instances in history where there have been, or throughout mythology or religion, where there have been individuals with fortune-telling abilities and instances of not knowing where they came from and traveling to other worlds, all of that kind of just figures who might fit some or all of those characteristics.
Okay. Give me a knowledge history check with a +5 modifier. If you don't have knowledge history, just make an intelligence check with a +5.
I have knowledge history. I'm wondering which one will be higher,
Okay.
but that is a 12, so that was a 17, you said, plus 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 17
Okay.
on knowledge history.
You're unable to glean any historical figures that match the same description as Riz.
Can I look through the sort of religious texts to see if there's any mythological figure who would match?
Yeah, you could try.
I mean, I'm going to be looking in there for the sort of stuff on curses anyway, or would that be Arcana?
Curses, we would start with religion. So, yeah, go ahead and make a religion check for trying to find anyone that's like Riz. And then once that's done, do another one for the curse.
Okie dokie. That is a 32 on the knowledge religion, plus 5, that's a 37.
Alright, 37. You find no historical religious figures that are similar to Riz.
No deities, no prophets, nothing.
I mean, there's like plenty of people with oracles, essentially, people that are able to glean the future. Is that what you mean specifically, or do you mean more like the world hopping?
The more world hopping, sort of enigmatic, not quite knowing
really,
their
no.
backstory, their history, that kind of thing.
I mean, there's mention of like oracles of various gods tend to have specific curses attached to them. It's almost as if it's the price they pay for their power.
Right, which is stuff that Kurla is familiar with. Okay, can
Right. So there's mention of that, but nothing about world hopping.
Then I'll cross-reference that then into my looking into the specific curse,
Okay.
which you said was a second knowledge religion roll.
Yes, please.
That is a 30, so a 35.
Excellent. Okay, and what you have found is that there are various gods or groups or powerful beings of various forms that often lay out curses that do things like make the bearer of the curse unable to talk about the curse, or make the bearer of the curse forget the specific nature of the curse itself after it's been laid. So, it sounds like Riz may have one of those. Breaking curses, especially particularly powerful ones, often what you find in your text here is that it often involves performing a very specific action or completing some criteria. So basically the curse would be laid out and says, the curse will be lifted when you blank. And then as soon as you do that, then the curse goes away. Now, it appears that the one that Riz has also obfuscated that piece of information, which makes it much worse.
Okay.
Because without knowing who cursed them, and without knowing how to get rid of the curse, it's pretty much permanent.
Okay. Kurla's going to take all of this on board, and it's going to not sit well with them for reasons of Riz and reasons of themselves.
Alrighty.
Yep, that's
Anything
me
else?
done, I think.
Alrighty.
Can I roll anything?
Yeah, what do you want to look for?
All right. So, what are the would you say are the most powerful deities? Obviously, Eden's the number one for.
Yeah, and then from beyond that, the rest of the major deities are kind of considered on an even playing field. Maybe Cloak and Demarian are considered more like trickster gods than like forceful, powerful gods. So they might not be able to beat anyone in like a straight fight, sort of a thing. Is that what you mean?
I'm thinking more of like power, as in how much they're worshipped.
Hmm.
That's
Like
really
who has the largest amount of faith getting put into them?
I mean, it's sort of an even split around here in the Holy City, particularly. There's a lot of different denominations.
You just mean
But you're talking about
don't
just
you?
in general, in total? That's a toughie.
I have a
I mean,
feeling
they're-
you haven't thought about this.
Well, no, they're all just they're all widely worshipped by different people. Like,
Mhm.
it's honestly easier to answer which ones are worshipped less than others, maybe, instead of thinking about the other way around. So, maybe Shamish and Symphonia are a little bit less than the others.
Okay.
Cloak and Demarian, maybe the same way. So, probably the stronger ones are going to be the Light, Gargarian.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
uh,
So, with that, that's actually was the ones I wanted. Anyway, so Hummel's gonna keep their research primarily on Eden, the Light, and Gargarian.
mhm.
And once again, I'd just like to read and see if there's anything I can read about any lost, like, relics or things that of divine nature
Okay.
for those three.
Got it. Make a knowledge history check with +5 modifier.
Can I use Lore Master?
Yes.
I will do that then.
Okay, so roll a knowledge history so I can get your bonus, and then we'll make your roll 20, and then we'll add a +5 bonus for the library.
Alrighty.
So, is this with the +5 modifier you put in?
No.
No. Okay. In that case, 38. Okay. You get a 38 history on finding a specific artifact from either Eden, the Light, or Gargarian that there is some information on. And I mean, honestly, you don't find anything that is like of a concrete nature. Like, there's a whole section on legends and myths that talk about lots of things, but there's very little scholarly information here. Because a lot of times if there is something like that, it gets found pretty quick. So, like, if there is a shred of evidence, usually people can find it.
Kinda hope Riz is having more luck in the temples.
Yeah, I know, God,
Do
right?
we want to see me try?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So,
Are we ready
someone
for a
walks up...
scene switch?
Yeah, so someone
Okay.
walks up to the merch table.
Oh, I am literally in Symphonia's amphitheater right now. Okay.
Yeah, your merch table.
None of the
yeah.
other ones have worked?
What?
I sent you a message that I was looking for high priests in each temple I went to.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
KK. Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if I'd gotten any. Okay. So yeah, it's not a merch table. It's just a fortune-telling area.
Oh, it's a merch table.
Fuck you.
So, a person comes through the line at your merch table and is going to comment about, how nice everything here looks.
Thank you. You better be paying more since you just budged in line.
Well, I mean, I guess I can handle that. I mean, that seems like it's only fair, after all.
Good. What sort of fortune would you like then?
Oh, I mean-
love, good fortune, good future. What do you like?
mostly one that perhaps involves a future where yourself and myself have a long and interesting relationship.
Fucking death.
Riz just cracks their knuckles. Well, you are an interesting sort, and has the goal to come up to me like this.
Well, when you see someone when you see a muse sit down, it is attention-grabbing.
You see a muse.
He nods.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes, who are you?
Oh, I'm just a traveling person of interest.
Alright, traveling person of interest, how much are you going to pay me?
Well, I suppose that means...
No. I'm simply asking you to pay me for this light. Smirk.
We all know who this fucking is.
Well, Riz holds out a hand for money.
He chuckles and takes out 2 platinum coins.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Wow.
Shit.
Riz looks at him, bites one, just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
They real?
Oh, they're real.
Okay.
And
They
they're
pocket it.
fantastic.
And they put two hands together, and they look up at him. I'm going to give you very good fortune. Just so you know.
Well, I couldn't ask for anything more than that, now could I? He sits down at the table across from you, and he's going to take your hand in his.
Well, here we go. I'll use 2 points of my fate points. Look, I usually just use 1 if someone gives me like a silver. I guess 3. I'll use 3. It was nice. 3 fate points to give whoever this fucker is a fortune.
Yeah. Whoever this crazy motherfucker is. Alright, so he, like I said, he's going to take your hand in his, and he's going to probably start just laying on various compliments onto you.
Great.
Yeah.
Riz is just trying to fucking concentrate on the fortune. And so Riz gives him whatever fortune is worth 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Nods to him politely.
Your hair looks like moonbeams.
It is white for you?
He nods.
Skin complexion.
He's not sure what you're getting at.
What does my skin look like? Do I have color? Am I too peachy? What? Do I have long ears? What do you see?
He squints a little bit, and then he describes you as a 6'2", long white hair, beautiful chiseled features. You know, you've got these white feathered wings. Yeah, he sees a muse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Like
All
wearing
right.
like a trimmed toga sort of looking thing with like gold leaf on it.
God damn. You're so basic. God damn.
Yeah. He thinks of yeah.
Well, it's very kind of you. You're more complimentary than most people I meet. Question. You kind of walked up like you fucking owned the place. Do you know any of the priests around Symphonia?
I do.
Do you know the highest one? Is it in a different country or... Here,
Oh no,
I am
no.
new.
The high priest actually works out of this very temple.
Perfect. If you know them, would I be able to meet them? I am looking for them.
I think if you search, you'll find them eventually. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so very much, and I hope your fortune brings you good.
Mm-hmm. So, what business do you have with the high priest?
Well, it's a bit complicated, really.
Oh, okay.
I
Can you share it with me, or do you want to just say this to the high priest alone?
I should probably just say to High Priest, because it is helping out a friend of mine.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure the high priest would be fine with that. I mean, helping people is always really nice, right?
Agreed. Thank you so much for understanding. Just nodding at him, like waiting for him to leave the table.
He's not getting up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at line behind him. So, should we go talk to this person now? Or are you good?
I mean, I suppose we can, yeah.
Okay. Fortunes will be up later. Going to go talk to High Priest. Thank you very much, everyone.
There are murmurs of disappointment from the crowd.
It's like, close the...
Yeah, close the non-existent table I have. What the fuck? Alright. Don't worry. I will be back soon.
Alright. So he leads you into the back of the stage, basically, area, back of the amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
So you get backstage, and there's what essentially just really looks like a small, like, manager's office backstage, where there's just a bunch of, like, schedules on the wall for performances. And it's just a complete mess of an office. There are
Usually these
scrolls
a little
everywhere.
nicer.
What?
I said, usually these are a little nicer.
Yeah, it's full of, like, advertisements for different bands, various postings, but it's all just in heaps and stacks everywhere. Yeah, this is the High Priest's office.
Good, good. I've yet to meet this world's Biff, so I'm very excited.
He walks over and sits down at the desk. So what can I do for you?
Well, shit. Alright, and Riz will sit across... There is a chair on the other side of this desk, right?
Yeah, he
Okay,
like,
good.
reaches his leg over and kicks it out for you.
Oh, thank you. Sit down. Well, you see, I have a friend who had ancient artifacts that they were going to use to heal their god. Crazy, right?
Do you want a drink?
Do you have tea? Unsweetened.
I mean, I guess.
Anyways, I have this friend whose god, they had these items that they were going to use to heal them. But then these, like, weird, spooky, like, come up and they take them and a child. It was very weird. Then we go to the deceased place, and we... And we go there and there's more black creatures, yes? Okay, so... we get there, and the items lose their energies. They took it from it. And I need, if possible, to find something gods can bless so that re-energize items and give back to friend.
And the energy's for what again?
To heal god.
Uh-huh.
There is one temple here.
Which god?
Mellifera. I know, it's weird, it's like elder being, but like, they're kinda nice. They gave me this weird, they updated my fucking shillelagh. It's pretty now. And also it shoots energy. It's pretty fucking kick-ass.
Well, that's an interesting story you just told me. And you're looking for someone that has enough divine power to just bless it and fill it back full, right?
Or take another holy item that they aren't using anymore. I don't really know what the parameters of this world is, per se.
It's a bit of a weird one, if you ask me.
Yes,
And I don't
it
know-
is a baby world.
I don't know very many gods that are going to be willing to part with that much divine energy.
Shit.
I mean, you're talking about enough to kickstart a new god's life, right?
Yeah, I don't actually know what's happening half the time with that shit, but I'm trying to be like a okay person normally.
Okay. He kind of like looks off to the side and up slightly. Yeah, I'm getting to it. Alright, jeez. Get off my dick.
A lot of you sound very similar. It's weird.
What?
A lot of biffs.
Oh. You've met more than one?
Other
Shit,
worlds
you must
have
be old,
biffs.
huh? Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Is that a
you,
deal breaker?
you travel worlds, huh?
Yes.
Huh.
Also very old. Ancient,
figured-
per se.
Well, I figured you worked for being a muse.
I mean, I do worship her, yes.
I mean, I've never seen a muse that didn't worship her, so that makes sense to me.
Well, I kind of worship everyone, so...
Really? That's odd.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think that you guys were capable of that.
Well... I do not talk to Symphonia. I simply worship her.
Wait,
So-
what? Where are you from? Aren't you... You don't, like... Huh. He kind of, like, chews on that piece of knowledge for a moment.
I don't know where I'm from.
Oh, you think you got a little bit of amnesia going on?
Sha'ade.
A Jin appears in the room. Oh, fuck!
Can you please explain to these beef what's going on with all of these? And Rizzle gesture to themselves.
They're cursed, and I can't say by who, and I can't say what the curse is, but they don't remember anything about themselves.
There you go. Thank you, Sha'ade.
The Jin looks at you, looks at Biff, and then vanishes in a puff of smoke. Biff just sits there like, okay. He reaches, without doing anything else, he just reaches an arm under the desk and just sets a big bottle of some sort of clear liquid. Uncorks it. You sure you don't want to drink?
I said tea. I don't really like drinking.
You could put the drink in the tea. That's technically still tea.
Shut up, Hummel.
He pours himself a shot, downs it, and then roots through some of his stuff to try to find tea.
So, just because I am basic worshipper,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm sure she does not really take a court of me, you know?
Rooting. Uh-huh. I'm listening. Keep going.
However, I do know curse involves people see me for what they want to see.
Yeah, I see a muse, but I guess you aren't one, so that's makes more sense.
Yes, it is
Rooting
what you
through.
wanted to see.
Drawer, open drawer, closed drawer. Yeah.
I don't actually know what I look like. It's funny.
Oh, okay. I think this is tea. He takes out a package of leaves.
That is tea. That is, for the purposes of this podcast, this is tea.
He sets down a mug.
Mm-hmm.
Summons water into it. Heats it up with a spell, and then dumps some of these leaves in.
Thank you.
So you're
There,
either
that's
you're
tea,
getting
right?
tea, or you're getting a bad trip.
Or
pretty soon.
oregano.
He,
There's
he-
oregano
he-
on his desk.
he shoves it over toward you.
Thank you very
That's,
much.
Probably tea.
Okay. Anyways, so I did not know if there is any discarded holy items I could take to help out, or what?
Well, so the boss lady chimed in before and pretty much just clarified that she doesn't have anything to spare. You know? So
Well,
apparently
that is okay.
she's not able to grant that, but tell you what,
Okay.
you're a nice person. Make a force save.
Okay.
You're a nice person. You have, you came down here.
Oof.
13.
Whoa.
Buckle up!
Okay, good. This will be fun. Okay. So, look, you came all the way out here. You seem like a nice person. I'm sorry about this curse you got going on. I don't know what that's about,
Yeah.
but
Neither
hopefully,
do I.
hopefully you get that fixed someday. But tell you what, you're looking for some divine power, right?
Yes.
Just heaps of divine energy.
To repower objects or old objects that can be used instead.
Sure, but it needs to be divine power, right?
Yes. Very much so. Godly power, yes.
Godly power is exactly what I've got
Okay.
in mind for you. So
Okay.
guess what?
What?
Here's a story. There was once this thing, this divine being, a primal god, alright?
Okay.
And you may have never heard of him before, right? Some of these guys are pretty, they stayed on the down low. But he was a real particular bastard. He was this god of disease, okay? He was called Set.
Yes, I've already taken care of that, I believe. But go on.
Well, he died a long time ago, so don't worry about it.
Mhm.
He's gone. But when he was still around, he went around and basically he thinned the whole herd down. There used to be dozens of these guys way back, apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to most worlds, yes.
And the story that I heard is that he would go around and he would kill any of the other primals that he found, and he would just eat them. And then he would become stronger, right? But sometimes he would eat so much that it would make him sick.
Okay.
I don't know how that works. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not a primal god, so I don't know how that shit works anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the story I heard is that he had a place where whenever he ate too much, he could store the excess for later. Think of it as like God's kitchen or some shit. Like his larder. Like a shelf that he could keep spare divine energy on. So if you ever got hungry, it was right there for him, you know?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I heard this place exists. Alright?
Okay.
Now, his worshippers way back used to live out in Sejun. So we're talking way to the west. Desert shit, right? Folks that lived in pyramids.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What's up?
I'm excited for a completely different reason.
This
I'm
Snake
so
Eyes thing?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
yes, keep going.
if this place really exists, you need to find Set's larder.
Okay.
I mean, if half the shit I heard about is true, it's going to be chock full of divine energy, because apparently he died, and, you know, that larder was just kind of left there, so there might just be raw divine energy just sitting around.
Okay. I can probably find that actually very easily then. Thank you.
Hey, don't thank me. Thank the bitch. She tells me half this stuff.
Thanks, Beach. Love you. And Riz will whistle for a second. Just a different tune that sounds otherworldly, but it's their way.
Bow, bow, bow.
Alright, well, you know, enjoy the rest of your day, alright? Just maybe that wasn't tea, so be careful.
Okay. Thank you nonetheless. I do appreciate it. It tasted like shit. And Riz will just push it forward to him, stand up, look pretty proud of themselves.
Okay, as you stand up, you feel a little bit lightheaded, and colors begin to run in your vision.
Oh boy.
Well, this will make going through the rest of the gods a little more complicated. Do you know of any other high priests in this area? Any other religions?
Beautiful.
I know a couple of them, but they're all fuddy-duddies. They're boring, and most of them are like the kind of people that don't even talk to, you know, anyone outside of their church. They don't exactly see the public.
Yes, but could
Well,
know information like you did.
Doubtful.
Okay. Well, I'm
They're
just
too
gonna
busy
keep
writing
going up.
sermons.
Well, that happens. That's what other religions do.
Yeah, and they're boring.
They're not all boring.
They're so boring.
I find them quite fascinating, actually. Oh, am I talking very quietly or very loud? What do you think?
I think you might want to drink some water before you go to sleep
drinks
tonight.
more of that tea.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well played.
Well, I don't know where you're going, but
Good luck.
22.
good luck wherever it is that you're heading.
Thank you very much.
Have
you
a good
have an
trip,
amazing
okay?
day. You too, Biff.
Keep a positive attitude.
You know, I usually do until people make me upset, and then, you gotta zap them a little. And Riz just walks out. Whee!
As soon as Riz walks down the hall, Biff leans back in his chair and lets out a contented sigh, and then we shift back to the library.
Alright, did anybody find anything? I went through everything. There's
Jesus.
nothing in here.
Do you see those stack of books?
Nothing of any particular use to me, no.
Sorry, friends.
Well, it is what it is.
The library's a cruel mistress.
Very cruel. Dang it. Well, you know what? Maybe you can find something more tomorrow in one of the temples. Hopefully, Riz is having more luck.
Maybe so. Well,
He's just part of the
bye,
conversation.
everybody.
Yeah, bye.
We don't think that one there is quite,
You don't-
all there in the head.
Too much, still technology. Just go. Just go.
Alright, we'll head out of the
Head out of the-
library.
All right.
Head over.
You head out of the library and you make your way to the temple district. At which point you find Riz is deep in conversation with someone.
Ooh.
Well, Riz is offering to tell this person's fortune.
I will tell fortune. Will not actually be that expensive. You deserve good fortune. You need it, I promise. Are
Yeah.
you ready?
So as you walk up, Riz just keeps doing this hard sale, right? This is gonna be great. Just give me a couple coins. It's fantastic. I'll give you the best fortune ever. And you walk up, and Riz is delivering this hard pitch to a statue.
Oh.
Come on now. Seriously. Best one.
Riz.
Oh, don't be so cold. Come on
Riz.
now.
You enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time?
My friends!
There you are.
Good as friends.
You fucking dumb bitches. What is up?
You decided to have fun without us?
But I am working right now. Found amazing clue to go to Sejun for all of us. Will be great. Just checking out the last bit of temples. Still need to take a nap in Eden's place.
You're working right now? Because where do I find an application for that job?
That's a good question.
They just have a blank stare at you as if they don't understand what you're saying. Your aura is all over the place.
Thank you.
You want to see?
I do my best.
You should, meditate to get your chakras in line, actually.
My what is?
Your chakras. They are all out of whack. It seems like you're holding a lot of tension in. I can't tell if that's Vera or you, though.
I think I have a lot of tension right now. I just supplement that with Muse.
Ah. That was a funny noise, yes. Ah.
Are you doing okay?
The beef here gave me tea. It was the best disgusting tea I've ever had.
Oh, this experience quite a lot.
Anyways,
Wait, you're going to ignore your customer?
like I was saying, I am so sorry. My friends came up. That is my bad. Promise me. I promise you. Here, we'll give fortune anyways. They don't use their powers, they just make up shit.
Almost just laughing.
Alright, on to the next thing. To Eden.
Eden?
To Eden!
We're drinking?
She is the last one on my stop, I must...
Oh, we are going to the... Okay, let's
I
go.
need to see if High Priest is there.
Yes,
God,
and
I
think
fucking
we need a
love
chaperone.
Eden.
Wouldn't Corona won't be there?
Blank stare.
Ah, yes, Carla is the hype. With the, what's it, Hierophant? Eden in this world?
Hierophant. Yes?
Yes,
okay.
yes, we know of him.
If you wanted to talk to Corona, we need that walnut.
Yeah, you just need to plant a walnut.
Just a walnut? I've got plenty of those. Riz goes into their little seed pouch, gets a walnut. We have to go to Eden first. Inappropriate any other place. And Riz starts walking in a direction.
Oh,
Well, there they go.
Oh, this way.
So, they eventually find the park. I assume it's a park because it's always a park.
It's always a park.
It's an open green space, yeah.
Green space. And they kind of find a place that doesn't have too many people around. They dig a little hole, put a walnut in, cover it, and they clasp their hands and they say, I would appreciate to talk to Corona, please, Eden.
I
It
don't
would
think this
bring me
could work
much
that
bliss, and I need your help.
You know, maybe it was a special walnut. I never actually wasn't sure.
And then they put their hands on the ground where the walnut was. This is my gift to you, and asking for your blessing today.
I mean, it always looks like a regular walnut to me, so...
Yeah, I mean, it was the only walnuts we carried. It wouldn't make sense to carry more walnuts.
But it dropped down from
So I
his
thought-
tree, so I mean, it's how it has to be the right walnut.
Well, you're right, that's what I thought, but Sorry was so insistent. I'm so confused.
We all just stare at this
I
patch
want,
of ground.
I want to speak to Corona.
So, just to make sure, you guys don't have one of those special walnuts with you, right?
Karis
No.
has it.
Karis has it.
Karis has it.
However,
I am
I
going.
press to digitate a like little tree thing with a face on it that's like rah, 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 over it.
So, a moment later, a tiny green sprout appears between your hands.
Hello there. Welcome into the world. You're so beautiful. Is your name Corona? I would really appreciate it if it was. If not, you're still cute, and I love you.
Aww.
They kiss the leaves.
It's the littlest, tiniest sapling.
It grows a little taller.
Stare.
I don't think it's...
I could send a message to him, but Lovette does not want to do that.
I don't think it was the right walnut, but I'm still happy to have given something to Eden.
Yeah, that's good. Too bad we won't have to talk to Corona. That's unfortunate. Oh, well.
I
he's-
should
fuck,
absolutely
that's-
talk to a Hierophant.
No, that's okay. I don't
Lovette,
think he'll have enough to
who has
help us.
the last walnut?
I don't know. Oh. It'd be
We
Wait, why?
We used that walnut. We have to find. Did Soul take it with them?
Reap those Kellys.
Can you go get it?
Excuse me?
Karis.
Come on.
Karis,
Oh,
the
it's
skin. And Riz just starts touching their hand. Karis, the skin.
Not the date I wanted, but
This would not be the time to talk about that.
Lovette, can you take me over to
Corona.
talk to Karis, please?
Corona, can you hear me?
there's
Corona's not going to help us.
there's still this like puppet like Deku tree looking thing of rah, 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 rah.
Ba 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 ba.
If Karis has the
Dish
walnut,
there.
if Karis has the walnut, we'll pop over, grab it, pop back here.
Corona's not going to help us. And what's more, well, I would not approve.
Why wouldn't he help us? He has follower, the person right here. Just widely gesturing to Petravian. Although I don't actually know if actual follower was doing ways and praying, and then also like bees, you know.
Well, I mean, they assigned me to
It's
this.
complicated.
I'm on pretty good terms with Corona.
Can I talk to him
You
now?
Come on.
Please.
You kiss the leaves again.
I kiss the leaves again. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Who just
Riz,
36.
You feel a warm gust of wind strike your face.
Riz just stands up smiling. Thank you. And steps back a little bit and just stands perfectly still and looks like they're waiting. I love you, by the way. Just staring, kind of looks around here and there, Looks like they're waiting.
Vera's just concentrating on keeping the spell going. Or on Hummel is.
Corona!
You see a flight of birds go overhead, and one of them is going to veer off and do like a loop in midair and then fly away.
Lovette, come on.
What?
Let's hop over.
We've already got the lead. Why? Fucking... Wait, you don't... What is your plan? What's your plan here? You're so insistent. That's right, you don't have a plan. You're just telling me to do things and you don't even know
Why are
why.
you so loud all the time?
I'm not loud all the time.
Because, like,
really-
you're either like, down here, or you're like, down here! Wait, that's up.
Petravian kneels down to, like, actually on his knees, face to face with Lovette. Can you do this for me?
What? Why? That's just...
I want to connect my past to my present.
What? What? What are you planning
I
to
am
do?
a follower of Eden, but I'm moving towards Malephera. I want to connect my past with my present. And I want Eden to maybe help out. And if this might pan out, I want to help the Hive. Please.
If Corona helps us, if he gives us a direction, how do you know? How can you assure me that it's for our benefit at all?
I can't.
Well, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want it to cost another friend. He can play his games, his chess games against gods or whatever.
He brought me to you guys. They did right by that.
Perhaps. This is not that so we already have a lead. Pascalis is very busy.
The tiny Deku tree lets out a scream, and it bursts into flames. It turns into two dancing ones before falling to the ground into soil.
Rose appears to still be having their arms crossed and looking around expectantly.
You see another bird do a flip in the air.
Well,
Just whistles at them.
A pigeon flies over and lands on your shoulder.
Hello there. How are you doing today?
Yeah, no.
Really? Oh my goodness.
It flies away.
Thank you.
See, there we go. Eden said it all right and good.
Are they going in
things.
any
Let's go
direction in
back.
particular?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Risa, let's go.
They look back at you very coldly. It seems that their emotion has changed suddenly.
Oh, I'm sorry? What is going on here?
I want to talk to him. You have key?
No, I would have to go speak to someone very far away, who's very busy.
You do far away all time. You did it to get back to horse.
You don't even have to talk
Yes.
to them. I will.
I could come with.
Only one moment. Alright, so first I'm gonna pull out the fire opal and cast Sending to Karis.
Okay.
Karis, are you busy? We need Corona's walnut. Vera is in trouble. Can I visit? I'm out of words, I don't care anymore.
Okay. You get a response back. Hey, Lovette. Things are fine here. A little busy, but not terrible. I don't have it anymore.
Fair.
Sorry. Talk soon?
Oh, shit.
Count on it.
Well, I'm wishing I had done this with my spell rather than the fire opal, so I could just hand everyone the receipt and be like, "There, read it." Although it's written in Gnomish, so it doesn't help that. She doesn't have it anymore, is what she said.
What?
That's unfortunate. Oh well.
So, there is a commotion nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You hear someone shout as a horse
Oh, shit.
bucks a rider nearby on a nearby road.
Okay.
So you all kind of like turn to look over at this horse, like suddenly going like wild for a second in the road, and then it calms down. It looks like they get the horse under control, and then when you look back, there's another person standing there in your group.
Hello there.
Hello.
Your name is Corona?
Yes.
Ah! Hello.
Hello.
My name is Reason. It is very good to meet you. I love Eden very much.
I can tell. I'm very glad to hear that.
Did you see the trick I did?
I did. That was a very impressive prestidigitation spell.
I do a bow.
You don't have to bow.
We are in need of some help. There are some items, and kind of pats Hummel's head, that Mellifera has lost to weird shadow figures in the deceased
Yes.
planes.
Lost souls.
Whatever.
Yes. The Deadlands is becoming awoken.
Yeah, I released Shade. Shade!
Poof.
Lovette got
The djinn
sucked
appears.
into... Lovette got sucked into box. Shade was in there. I asked for help. Everyone helped. Like normal. Looks pretty proud of themselves.
Okay, wait a minute. Awoken? That's a weird word, but that makes it sound like you knew this would happen. Or someone knew this would happen.
No. I didn't know it would happen, but
What?
that's what has happened.
Suspected? Is supposed to do this? It's supposed to move?
No. In fact, this
How
is
is this
terrible.
happening? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. What could have caused this?
Riz just coughs and looks at their hands.
It seems like an influx of energy. Whatever it was that powered that spell, something's caused it to start expanding.
Is it
And
still
unless
expanding?
He nods. I can feel the life being extinguished. Every inch that border moves, it's claiming more and more life with it. And if it goes far enough, all that will be left to this world will be ash and dust.
Well, how do we stop it?
Fuck.
You know this world better than I do.
He thinks for a moment.
I don't like dead planets.
Wait. How do we get the power back in Vala's and Melifera's agility? That is what we are here for.
That is one step, yes, but I don't think we want people to die either.
No, that
Well,
kind of hampers the whole unification thing that
Yeah.
Mellifera has. If everyone's dead, it's kind of
Pointless.
yeah.
Dead planets are my
It's
least favorite.
Just like last time.
Plus, if we're the ones responsible for the Deadlands to expand, then we should probably be the ones to fix it. Kurla's just been standing here this whole time, kind of awkwardly, and
I don't think you're the ones responsible for this.
Someone lured us to do that.
Well, I mean, we also came over there once a entire cartload of divine energy was input into it.
That's true.
So,
Whoever those beings that stole the items from you, whoever their master is the one that's behind this. They're the ones that are to blame for the Deadlands expansion, not you.
So, let's make, what is the word? Game plan. Let's stop it.
I agree. We'll need to find some way to alter that spell. Some way to shrink the Deadlands back into its normal size, or perhaps even destroy it, if such a thing could be reversed.
Unfortunately, that spell is a quarter gone now.
A quarter? So can we
Box.
just get rid of the other parts?
Well, I don't know how that spell works. I had a general understanding, but once that bolt of energy ripped through it,
Thank you. It was a good help. And Rizzle kissed their 2 fingers and raised it to the sky.
Oh, Kurla is glaring at Riz now.
They're too high to tell.
The spell that created the Deadlands, it was not a single spell. It was the intermingling of 2 different spells.
So kill the other spell. We killed one, yes? Kill the
Yes.
other.
We play best thing, the same thing. Play both.
So it may be worth it to try to find out how these were created in the first place.
Library?
Before though, you were told who made the spell
I was.
by
Marcus.
the Jinn.
Oh, right, Marcus the Destroyer. But that was one of them. That was the Protean one.
Yes.
We don't know who did the Kentau one.
Mhm.
Well, you know,
So-
there is Marcus who made one. I don't know who made other. I have destroyed one box in the fortress of Solitude. Gregaria Raras.
And if I recall, that's actually historic knowledge about Marcus the Destroyer, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That he was like the cause.
The what?
Wasn't he called the cause of like the giant spell?
Yeah, he was blamed for it officially by the Empire.
Okay.
He was blamed for the disaster.
So,
Isn't it Marcus the Betrayer?
Yeah.
oh, whoops. I'm guessing he got the last title after the mega spell.
Yes. Yeah, his true name was excised from history, and he was to only be referred to as the Betrayer. And, yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's how history works, yo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got rid of one on one side from Marcus. That's the one that Sha'ade came from. I wonder if there's another like Sha'ade in a different box. But Sha'ade I don't think knows.
Yeah, the Jin
Wait, it
shakes
stands
his
to
head.
listen.
What?
It stands to listen.
What?
It stands to listen, not the word.
I am standing, yes.
No, it. I mean it.
Ah.
It is. It's that's logical.
Who is this small? And colorful.
What?
So many colors coming out. Your aura is out of whack too, I'm going to be honest. You need to realign
is
chakras
it?
too.
What? I'm.
Alright, staying on track.
Right. Fuck, do I know if it's the Kintao Empire? I can't remember what I was told. The other
I
box
would know.
in another place from the other mega spell. We get rid of box, we get rid of Deadland, yes?
That seems logical.
And if not, you can just go back.
I fear it will be more complicated than that, but
Well, I can dream.
perhaps your journey will take you further and wider than you think.
Well, we probably have to go to Sejun at some point. Apparently, Temple of Set there need that energy to refill the god thingies.
Oh, you got information? They didn't have anything at the library.
Yes, the Biff of this world actually helped me with this place.
Ah,
Sejun! Apparently, that was like a hub of area for there. Fascinating.
Hummel says Biff, and it's just kind of smiling, just... Yeah.
He gave me weird tea. Anyways, Corona, so good to meet Hierophant of this world. You are lovely.
Thank you. But
You're welcome.
I want you all to know that if you are intent on taking on this task, it will be a difficult one. and it will likely take you beyond the bounds of, well, anywhere you've gone before.
Okay, what the fuck do you know?
I know that if you intend on dismantling these magics, it means you'll need to understand how they were created in the first place. So you'll likely have to go to the Kintao Empire.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Oh,
It's kind of
see.
in opposite direction, but we should probably take care of that first so we don't have the issue
Well-
with the Deadlands killing things, Because I hate dead worlds so much. Ugh.
And
If-
the same goes with the Protean one. If you wish to stop it, you may have to go to Proto.
Kintao's closer,
Oh.
yes? Right now? We are closer?
It is closer, yes. Yes.
Okay, very good then. We'll go there first, and then we'll go to Sejun, and then we'll go to Protean, and then it'll be a good line of just whoop 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 whoop,
At the
I do not
suggestion
like
of
that
going
tea
to the-
that I was given.
At the suggestion of going to the Protean Empire, Petra looks a little stiff.
That's not all.
You can show us around. Petra, we're like, okay, I can actually think of why you might not want to do that.
I've been asked to do.
Alright,
I've been asked to do.
That's helpful.
I've been asked to do the impossible and before. Second verse, same as
It's
the
not
first.
impossible.
I guess.
We're just visiting.
Wait, what? What's the point of going to the Protean Empire?
To understand Mega
Find
Spell,
out.
so we
Yes.
can stop it.
Is that spell the same as the Kintao one?
I think we have to go both places. That's what he just said.
I mean, if
They
we
were-
go to the Protean Empire, we could stop by June.
That's what I said.
Oh, I'm
Am
sorry,
I-
I was
I mean, we
thinking.
don't have...
Am I talking out loud?
So I was just, like, thinking about... Vera's gonna be very angry.
Riz starts tapping their temples, like, is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
Oh, well, that was unusually direct, so I appreciate that. Kurla, thank you for your help.
I vote Protean Empire first. And, like,
We should go to Kintao first. It is closer.
Well, we should probably go to Sejun first, because Vera...
What? We should take
Why
care
is
of
Vera-
Deadlands first, obviously. We can go to Sejun on the way to the P place. I'm sorry.
He place.
Fucking, there's so many fucking words I know in my vocabulary of places in world.
The Protean Vera.
I have plenty of worlds in my head already of where places are. I cannot remember all of them. So I've got decent memory. Usually, heart belongs to gods.
I've always wanted to go to the Kintao Empire also, so that is exciting.
So, also Petravian looks a little constipated to go. So we'll go to Kintao first. It is right over the mountains, yes?
We have to discuss it, but
Okay, let's discuss. What are we doing?
I really think we should get Vera back. Distance isn't terribly important. I can travel us anywhere in the ballpark of 1,400 miles at a time.
listen, I'm not the best in combat. I'm more of a talker rather than a fighter. I was always more, you know.
Can we get Vera back to talk to her? Can we talk to Vera? Vera, I'm trying to help. Whispering in Hummel's direction.
I'll cast. You pull out the fire opal and send a message to Vera, or sending to Vera. Let's see. Have you been listening? Where do you think we should go first? Oh, that's it.
How
Okay.
many words?
I don't.
25 or less.
Of course, I've been listening. Why wouldn't we get the artifacts renewed right away? Isn't that the point of why we are on this journey?
25.
That's right, fine. You missed a Wii
Okay.
when you were counting. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to ruin your train of thought, so I was like, just keep going.
Oh, well, okay, so So on one hand, we should probably get Vera back as soon as possible. On the other hand, I really have wondered about taking down the Empire since I was very small. Vera is of course in favor of having her body back and the whole Malifaux thing taken care of.
If we go to the Protean Empire or the
But
Kinto Empire without Vera, are we likely to walk out again?
Oh, sure. I think we will be fine. But why do we need Vera specifically?
Have you seen them?
The body is still right there.
Hummel
Yes, I mean,
flexes.
she's okay, but I mean, Archibald will be traveling with us as well. He and I traveled when he was much smaller, alone, and we
You
were
ever think
safe.
you might be asking too much of that one?
Yes, I do.
Point is, if we're gonna go to one of the two major empires that created the Deadlands, we might not want to go in understaffed.
Yes, I do agree with that.
Well, just looks at Corona.
He looks back.
You might be older than me. But takes in their pouch and pulls out a walnut and several sunflower seeds. I like your name, so I brought out sunflower seeds. And I hear you like walnuts, so I have these as a thank you gift. For all of your help, it means a lot. Really does.
He nods. I can tell you that I am not older than you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that puts... What do you see when you look at me?
He blinks, and I don't know if I described his... I did not describe his appearance to you, because I've already described Krona's appearance to Soul, but Riz
Galaxy
sees...
eyes.
Galaxy eyes, yeah.
Fucking love them.
Starfields in his eyes. I see a very ancient being. One who has lost their way.
Well, you know, Biff saw a muse, so anything goes at this point.
Of course Biff would see that.
Here. This is what I'll say. If, by chance, we go to the Kinto Empire first, I think that we should definitely go to June next.
Yes.
Make it a round trip.
Totally agree. Quintal, Sejun, P-Place.
Oh, settle down, Vera. Come on. There's not going to be any reason to get it if this entire area is dead.
Can I try?
Yeah. Try
Can
what?
Can I talk to her?
To Vera?
Yeah.
Okay, she's like, here, talk to her.
Petravian has Vera in his hand and just like pulls him. Petravian takes Vera in his hand, right up to his face. We can't grow the hive if the world is dead.
Vera will like kind of vibrate. It's gonna run in like a circle twice. Gonna start moving towards Hummel. Gonna sting your hand before leaving.
Oh,
you. It doesn't look like. It looks like a potential like consignment, but
Fine.
with a "fuck you" at the end.
fuck you too, Vera.
Corona blinks a few times seeing this exchange, and then looks over to Hummel. May I have a word with you?
Oh.
Oh no.
I give like a wink with finger guns.
Sure.
I'll just kind of dance towards.
That
Corona.
little shimmy.
Alright, so Corona will lead you off in another direction away from the group.
Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so Corona will walk you further away from the group and turn and say, it appears that you aren't the same person that I spoke with last in that form.
No, sorry, Hummel. you may have actually seen me as a bee before. Technically, I'm dead. Like, there was a whole, like, burning me alive thing, like, 500 years ago, but that was so long ago. But, is something you wanted to say?
He nods. I see. I noticed that your energy seemed off. Well, you and your friend, he indicates to Vera, who's, I'm assuming you said was, like, flying next to you or on your shoulder or hand or whatever.
Yep.
I owe Vera and her friends a favor. I promised to assist them with an issue with, with their friend Karis some years ago, but the favor was never called in, and I feel that I still owe them a debt for what they did.
I see.
I have something of an understanding of life energy, so I may be able to help.
How so? I don't follow.
He points to you and then points to Vera. You're in the wrong forms.
Can this wait until after tonight? Like, maybe, like, tomorrow afternoon. I have a date tonight, so...
He literally just starts belly laughing.
No, seriously. Like...
You know, of course, I wouldn't want to get in the way of love. It's a very important part of life. So, let me see what I can do. He's going to reach into his cloak, or into his robes, and he is going to pull out a mushroom. It is a purple and white streaked mushroom. He's going to look at it. He's going to smell it to make sure that it's still okay. And then he's going to say some words over it. And it's going to glow white for about a second and then look normal again.
Alright.
He hands it to you.
This is different than the walnut. The walnut's classic.
This is a bit different, yes. All you need to do is eat that. When you're ready.
Alright. Thank you, Corona.
Well, like I said, I owed Vera and her friends. So, I feel that this is appropriate. Oh, and make sure that Vera eats some as well.
Oh, okay. So it's a two-person deal thing?
He nods.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. On the date, I mean.
Thank you.
And Vera will kind of dance off towards the group.
Alright.
So you came back to the group, say,
Yep, I dance back to the group.
Hello?
so what was that about?
Oh, something about for tomorrow that I have to do. It's super easy.
Wonderful.
But at some point, we need to get ready for our date. So,
I thought in all this we would have to cancel that. Ooh, yay!
no, you can't just cancel dates just off the get-go.
Are we sleeping in Vardo? Are you all sleeping in Vardo tonight, I should say?
Maybe.
If I'm welcome.
Yes, of course.
How long are we planning to stay here on Ville?
Tonight?
Tonight and then head to...
Just the night?
Hell?
I guess so.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh boy, I don't think I'll have time to sleep on.
Riz will take one of your hands, Hummel, and they'll look at it as if they're about to say something, and then they start petting it as if they got distracted. It's just... What a weird texture. Anyways, thank you.
You're welcome. For what?
All of you for agreeing to not let the world die. That's very important to me, and I don't know how to explain it otherwise.
Listen, you're probably gonna have to tell it to Vera more. She's probably gonna be pissed, but
I will thank her.
she's normally pissed.
She's normally pissed.
Oh, well, I still intended to thank her. We're still going to help, I promise.
I know.
Okay. Well, you two go have fun on your date! Shoo.
Okay.
Also,
Yep.
real quick question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did Petravian want to say anything to Corona?
Appeared like no.
Yes. I thought you said had said they left.
No?
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
man, Riz is gonna be all over that shit once you guys are gone.
Yes. Yes. Petra does want to say something to Corona.
Okay. All right. You make your way over to Corona. He gives you a smile.
Hi again.
Hello?
Seems that we always meet up when the world's gonna end.
It seems to happen fairly often. Some crisis or another.
Well, I will say that I find myself in a bit of a crisis.
He nods. It's to be expected.
Petra looks over to the group and specifically to Hummel. I found a family, and I find myself pulled towards their faith.
I see.
I don't know what to do. Do I go? Do I stay? All I know is I feel happy with them. And I haven't felt happy in a long time.
I understand. You are a free person, and you may make your decisions on your own. But I will remind you that you have sworn an oath in becoming a paladin.
Ugh. Oh, jeez. I know what I want to say. And... Fuck. Can I take 2 oaths?
He thinks about it for a moment. And he nods. Petravian,
Yes.
I'm glad you found a family.
He goes and hugs Corona immediately. Just without hesitation. Just a full-armed hug. Thank you.
He pats your shoulder.
It's gonna be a long road ahead, isn't it?
Possibly. But you have a world to save. And apparently a date to go on.
He's absolutely beaming.
Good luck.
Oh god, I gotta find something to wear.
He chuckles.
Petravian runs off, back to the group.
Alrighty. So while you all are standing around, Petravian goes off to talk to Corona, and they kind of have a moment of conversation over there. And then during that conversation, Petravian just moves in and just gives Corona a hug partway through it.
Aw.
And then he rushes back over to the group.
Aw.
I'd go. You guys have fun.
Everything all right?
Petravian is absolutely beaming. Better than I could have hoped.
Wonderful. Well, shall we?
Petravian crooks out his arm.
We'll take it.
Alright.
Let's go out on the town.
Alright. In that case, the two of them go off to begin their date. And that is where we will call it an evening. Thanks for listening. Special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes. And as always, Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.